Tampa Bay Rays.
So it's going to be the Yankees against the Orioles, and the rain is allowing us to play baseball. It's stopped for now. We can't wait. Lineups, first pitch, baseball next.
666 6666. Remember 6. Going to the airport. Remember 6. Riding around town. Call Carmel. Shopping or a movie. Remember 6. The best ride in town. So wherever you want to go, Carmel is a number to know. Ride Carmel and be on time. Worldwide and nationwide. 666 6666. Remember 6.
How would you like to lease a new 2012 Honda Accord or Civic, or any new 2012 Honda for absolutely nothing up front? Absolutely nothing. It's Hillside Honda's Absolutely Nothing Upfront sales event going on right now. That's right, nothing. Zero money down, zero first payment, zero security deposit. You can be driving a new Honda from Hillside Honda today. Hillside Honda's Absolutely Nothing sales event is for a limited time only, so don't delay. Go to hillsidehonda.com or call 877-241-1162 for complete details.
For 500 years, Koreans have been practicing a unique heat therapy. This historical therapy was revealed by the 12 different types of saunas to release your daily fatigues and to restore yourself. Refresh your body and mind with the heat of a 500-year-old tradition. Keen Spa and Fitness.
Back here at Oriole Park at Camden Yards, they've just exchanged the lineup cards. The pitchers are walking in from the bullpen. At least Ivan Nova is. Already Jason Hamill is in the Oriole dugout. For a while there, it didn't look like we would have baseball. It was really raining quite heavily as recently as about an hour ago. But they did see an opening, or a window, as they like to say, in the radar, and they're going to try to get this in. There's some bad weather in the forecast again tomorrow. The Yankees do come back one more time in September, but that's a 4-game set already, Kenny.
A 4-game set that is over a weekend, so there's a possibility of a day-night doubleheader if one of these 2 games does get rained out. Of course, it is still raining lightly, not the way it was, as Michael said, about an hour ago, and it has rained most of the afternoon. I guess it started around noontime and just continued to rain here in Baltimore.
Well, both managers don't want to start up their pitchers and then have rain delays, so they're going to try to get this in for sure. So the Orioles take the field. Jason Hamill leads them out. He is on the mound, and he will start his warm-ups after our national anthem. So why don't we sit back and enjoy a rendition of our national anthem. Let's first listen to the public address announcer here at Camden Yards.
Now, gentlemen, remove your hats as we welcome Miss Deaf Maryland, Chanel Gleitscher, who will interpret tonight's national anthem for our guests from the Maryland deaf community. Ladies and gentlemen, please remain standing as we welcome the select choir of the Institute of Notre Dame, who will now honor our nation with their rendition of our Star-Spangled Banner.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early lights what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets' red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave.
Beautiful rendition of the Star-Spangled Banner here in Baltimore, and we're closing in on baseball here at Oriole Park at Camden Yards. So Jason Hamill about to begin his warm-ups, and why don't we take a look at tonight's Yankees starting lineup presented by Lexus. Yankees coming at 19 and 15. They lead off their captain, the shortstop, Derek Jeter. Curtis Granderson in center field will bat second, batting third, and DHing Alex Rodriguez. Robinson Cano at second base will clean up, batting fifth. Playing first base, Mark Teixeira. Nick Swisher's in right field, and he'll bat 6th. Number 7 hitter, left fielder Raul Ibanez. Eric Chavez gets to start at 3rd. He'll bat in the number 8 slot. And batting 9th and catching, Russell Martin.
On the mound tonight for the Baltimore Orioles, 30-year-old right-hander, about 6'6", Jason Hamill. His career record against the Yankees, 1-3. You can see his numbers on the season. They are excellent. He has not given up more than 2 runs in any game that he has started this year. Is 4-1, 2.09. Opponents batting just 196 against the tall right-hander. Let's check out the scouting report on Jason Hamill. He missed the start because of knee problems. That right knee, the push-off knee, has been bothering him, and he had it drained. And he's back and taking the start tonight. His one and only loss was to the New York Yankees. He lost to the Yankees on April 30th at Yankee Stadium. And look at that home earned run average, 0.60 here at Camden Yards. But lately, the ball has been flying. I know it's humid tonight, a lot of rain, but this past week, the ball's been flying out of Camden Yards.
2-game set. Yankees are 4-2 against the Orioles, as Kenny mentioned. We'll take a look at the Orioles defense, brought to you by your Mercedes-Benz Tri-State dealer. In the outfield, Xavier Avery in left, Adam Jones in center, and Nick Markakis over in right. In the infield, Betemit, Hardy, and Dino and Davis third to first. Matt Wieters behind the plate, and Jason Hamill is on the mound. Orioles are in first place. Yes, they're in first place, and it's May 14th. They're 22-13. They just took 2 out of 3 from Tampa Bay. Buck Showalter is ready. Yankees are 19-15. They just took 2 out of 3 against Seattle. Jeter is ready. Hamill is ready, and let's do it here in Baltimore. Jeter shows bunt, takes a strike, and we're underway.
Michael, you mentioned that the Orioles are in first place, and people might be wondering how are they doing it. They're using somewhat of the Earl Weaver formula. Home runs and good pitching. They lead the league in homers. Pitching's been good, although Earl had a third member for winning ball games. The third way you do it is good defense. The Orioles have not played particularly well on defense this year.
Chopped right back to Hamill, and he gets Jeter to start it off. Let's check out the Delta League leaders when it comes to ERA, and this is the difference for the Orioles. They have a guy in the top 5. Jason Hamill is third with a 2.09, and their bullpen is outstanding as well. They have a 2.13 ERA, and that's best in the majors. That's why they're winning. Here's Curtis Granderson, and he bunts down the third baseline, and it's a foul ball. He's bunting because he's struggling. He was 0 for 10 against Seattle, and he's 3 for his last 23.
Trying to get something started for the Yankees here in the top of the first inning. Curtis with 11 home runs, but 10 of them are at Yankee Stadium this year. His only road home run came here at Camden Yards. It was off of Jake Arrieta.
And the 0-1. There's a strike. Let's look at the game time weather presented by Bigelow Tea. It's 70 degrees, high humidity, wind 10 miles per hour, and there are probable scattered thunderstorms in the area as Granderson swings and misses for the second out. That's going to bring up Alex Rodriguez. 7 for his last 21. Hitting .280 with 5 homers and 14 runs batted in.
Well, people might not remember Hamill, but he came over from the Rockies in a trade this winter. Orioles sending Jeremy Guthrie to Colorado.
There's a base hit for Alex Rodriguez. Takes it the other way and through the right side. Tonight's closed captioning brought to you by Lexus.
I have a feeling A-Rod's talking to Chris Davis about Davis's performance in Boston in that 17-inning game. They're both smiling. Davis was the winning pitcher in that game. Came in relief.
2 innings, too.
2 innings of shutout ball.
Here's Robinson Cano. He had his 10-game hitting streak snapped yesterday with an 0 for 3, but he did walk with the bases loaded to pick up his 14th ribby. Weak wave and the count 0-1.
Yeah, somewhat of a tentative swing, not like he's been having lately. Going back to that grand slam in Kansas City, that seemed to set him free. It was his 8th career grand slam.
Foul back to the screen, 0-2.
You'll see a lively fastball from Hamill somewhere in the mid-90s. He's got a very good curveball as well. Throws a slider too. And just about every pitcher has a changeup. Some are better than others, but he's been a pleasant surprise for the Orioles at the start of the season.
Fly ball down the left field line, but foul and in the seats.
I wonder what the weather might have kept quite a few people away, because it did start raining earlier in the day, and it did look like there was going to be baseball tonight.
Jason Hamill this season in the top 10 in wins, ERA, and batting average against. The 0-2. Just underway. The start of the game delayed by about 15 minutes as they prepared the field. Swing and a miss. Good first inning for Hamill with 2 strikeouts. No runs, a hit, no errors. 1 man left. Yankees nothing, and the Orioles coming to bat against Ivan Nova.
U.S. Olympian Gwen Jorgensen is going for aluminum. Cullen Jones is in it for water-resistant thermoplastic. And Amanda McGrory, she's competing for carbon fiber. They're not just going for gold. They're joining with Citi to give back to the programs that help them along the way. With bikes, kickboards, and racing chairs. Join the movement at Citi.com/everystep. And help Citi help our U.S. athletes give back. Together, every step of the way.
With our best Infiniti selection of the season, there's never been a better time to get into the luxury brand known for standing out. Visit your retailer now at the Infiniti Limited Engagement Spring Event, featuring exceptional offers on all models. Lease an Infiniti G Sedan for only $289 a month. Infiniti, inspired performance.
Yankees don't score in the top of the first. Now Ivan Nova is on the mound. This is the Orioles starting lineup that he is going to face, put together by Buck Showalter. Xavier Avery is in left field. He's going to lead off, batting second, and playing shortstop J.J. Hardy. Nick Markakis in right field will hit third. Cleaning up, center fielder Adam Jones. Matt Wieters catches, bats fifth. Batting sixth and playing third base, Wilson Betemit. Chris Davis at first base will bat seventh. The number 8 hitter is the DH Nick Johnson. And Robert Andino will play second base and bat ninth.
Ivan Nova will take a 3-1 career record against the Baltimore Orioles to the mound tonight. He's got 1 win and 1 loss against Baltimore this year. His overall numbers, well, the wins and losses 4-1, 5.02 ERA. He's got to work on that. You can see he's given up many more hits than innings pitched, and the league is hitting .325 against him. But the thing about Nova this year, he's getting many more strikeouts, and that helps strand base runners. Here's their scouting report. A lot of Yankee fans don't know that he was a Rule 5 draft. Back in 2008, the winter of 2008, the San Diego Padres actually drafted him in the Rule 5 draft out of the Yankee organization, and they gave him back to the Yankees at the end of spring training in 2009. And his record in the big leagues, 21-7 and a 2.77 road ERA. Now his record in the minor leagues, Michael, he was only 36-34 in the minors, but at the big leagues, 21-7.
Here's Avery, his second big league game. He was 0 for 4 in his first, and he takes a strike from Nova.
Avery called up yesterday, and as Michael said, took an 0 for 4. Still looking for his first big league hit. He's got a lot of speed. Former second-round draft pick of the Orioles. Turned down a scholarship to the University of Georgia to play football.
At Tidewater, 273, 5 homers, and 16 runs batted in. He's got some pop. Count 1-2.
I was told when they called him up, he was on a hot streak. He'd been hitting something like 385 over his last 15 games.
That one is driven deep to right center field, giving Chase a swisher on the run, and it's going to be off the wall. And Avery is at second with a double, his first big league hit. And Jeter shows him the ball. And he will toss it in now, and that is a keepsake for the young man, his first major league hit.
You probably asked him, did you get a hit yesterday? He said no. So here it is. Looks like it's going to be an elevated fastball. Yep, that's up right around the letters. And somehow he gets on top of it. And you always remember your first. It's a double for Xavier Avery to the gap in right center field.
Here's J.J. Hardy. He bunts, and bunts foul.
Hardy has a couple of sacrifice flies, but no sacrifice bunts. Here's a guy hit 30 home runs last year. And just lately, he's starting to heat up. Let's check out our Home Depot hitter scouting report. This is an early one. J.J. Hardy. Last year, he led all American League shortstops in home run. He also led him in fielding percentage with .990. He's solo act this year. 7 of his 8 home runs are solos. And another laurel for Hardy. Of his 38 home runs as an Oriole, 11 of them will come in the first inning.
Missed outside.
You like that?
I love it.
Another laurel for Hardy. You know what? I just try and impress you with these things, Mike.
You got it.
Yeah. Sit there and write him. I said, what's Michael going to like? Yeah, let's try something else.
Long set, the 0-2. And Hardy just got a piece to stay alive.
Good breaking ball down and away. We talked about Nova's good slider. Oh, just in and out of the glove of Russell Martin.
This copyrighted telecast presented by authority of the New York Yankees and may not be reproduced or retransmitted in any form, and the accounts and descriptions of this game may not be disseminated without the express written consent of the New York Yankees.
Well, some sort of signage issue as Russell Martin back behind home plate. Derek Jeter came to talk with Nova on the mound to see exactly what was going on.
One-two, grounded up the middle and through for a base hit. Avery rounds third. He's going to score easily. It's an RBI single for J.J. Hardy, And the Orioles lead 1-0.
And just think about that foul tip that went in and out of the glove of Russell Martin, and Hardy stays. His bat is extended, and this time he gets to that breaking ball, hits it back through the middle for the base hit. Look at Avery scoring his first major league run, and he can run. And Baltimore takes a 1-0 lead after this swing of the bat by J.J. Hardy. Went down and to get it, and hits it right back through the middle.
Here's Markakis. There's a strike. Count 1-1.
As you watch Nick Markakis, good all-around player. Won a Gold Glove last year in right field. Maybe starting to show a little bit more power than he has in the recent years. Got 3 homers in his last 6 games, but then again, I said the ball wasn't flying out of here this week.
1-1. Slow dribbler. It's going to be a tough play. Teixeira to Nova for the first out as Hardy moves to second.
And here at Camden Yards this week, this is where the saga of Josh Hamilton started. 4 home runs in 1 game. And I think he had 5 or 6 in the series against Baltimore. And ended up with 9 for the week. You think he'll be player of the week?
I would think so. Now, he said something very interesting. That day was almost a day like this leading up to the game. And he said that's one of the reasons he had the game like that. Somebody said, why? He said, because we couldn't take BP outdoors. He said, when you take BP indoors, all you think about is making contact, squaring up the ball. When you take it outdoors, you're trying to see where it can go. And I asked Kevin Long about that. He said he was the hitting coach on a minor league team. He said on days they took BP indoors, they scored maybe 8.5 runs per game. Outdoors, they scored 5.5 runs per game. He said there was a decided difference because you're always trying to put on a show outdoors. That one is driven deep to left center field. That ball is off the wall. Hardy scores, and Jones is at second with an RBI double. It's 2-0 Orioles.
Well, in the early going here, it looks like Nova's having problems getting the ball down. Another fastball, middle of the plate. Just about belt high, and Adam Jones is having that type of year. If you make mistakes to him, he's going to hit the ball hard. And this will be an RBI double for Adam Jones, who leads the Orioles in runs batted in with 22.
So Jones at second, and here is Wieters. Jones has a big lead. He's always a threat to go. And a strike.
Wieters had cooled off a little recently since we saw him in New York, Michael. He was 0 for his last 12 until yesterday, and he broke out of it with a home run and a double against Tampa Bay. A game that Tampa Bay won 9-8. They salvaged the final game of the series.
Strike 3. Wieters down looking. Gary Cederstrom, the home plate umpire, punches him out.
Another look. Good slider. Had the corner. Just above the knees. And Wieters looked like he expected that to break a little more inside.
Here's Betamit. 3 hits in his last 20 at-bats. Check out the Yankee defense, brought to you by your Mercedes-Benz Tri-State dealer. Outfield, Ibanez, Granderson, and Swisher. Left to right. Infield, Chavez, Jeter, Cano, and Teixeira. That's third to first. Russell Martin behind the plate, and Ivan Nova is on the mound. The 1-1. Lofted to left field. Ibanez is there, and he'll put it away for the final out. But the Orioles get 2 runs on 3 hits. No errors and 1 man left. Orioles 2, Yankees nothing. Mark Teixeira will lead off.
It's a Nissan Nirvana. Pre-owned Nissan.tv, your direct line to the largest selection of pre-owned Nissans New York has to offer. With one of the largest selections of pre-owned Nissans on the net, this is the one website anyone serious about paying less must visit. At pre-owned-Nissan.tv, you can shop without worry, because every pre-owned Nissan from pre-owned-Nissan.tv comes with a 48-hour love it or exchange it policy. Pre-owned-Nissan.tv is heaven on the net for anyone looking for a pre-owned Nissan for less.
When I was a young pup, I learned how to sniff out the pick of the pre-owned Lexus litter and how to be a woman or man's best friend when it came to finding the lowest prices. Now that I'm older, I look back on my pedigree and feel pride in the thousands of people who've lapped up the savings I've pointed them to. Like a dog with a bone, I won't stop until you find the model, year, and color you'll love, or exchange it within 48 hours with our worry-free exchange policy. Don't get me wrong, working like a dog to hunt down the perfect pre-owned Lexus for you wasn't all hard work.
Now there's no excuse for junk driving. Not when there's usedtoyota.tv, where you can get a safe, reliable used vehicle that's not a crime to drive. Get 0% APR that can save you as much as $4,500 off the standard finance rate, and trade in that piece of junk for $3,000, no matter the condition or year. And at usedtoyota.tv, you get a 3-day exchange policy, so you're never buying blind. So don't get caught junk driving. Get out of the car, put your hands on the keyboard, and go to usedtoyota.tv. Don't drive junk.
Back here in Baltimore, the Orioles have jumped out to a 2-0 lead after 1 inning. First game of a 2-game set. Mark Teixeira will lead off, hitting .223. 5 hits in his last 31 at-bats.
Here's your bunt situation, Michael.
Well, they've got 3 infielders on the right side. The third baseman, Betamit, playing essentially short. And there's a strike.
The reason why you might think that way, because the Yankees are down by 2. You want to get on base.
High fly ball, left field. Avery is there for the first out. And for a guy with 39 home runs last year, Kenny, I wouldn't even bring up the bunt, but it was Mark who brought up the bunt in spring training. He said that he was going to bunt to get some hits against the shift. And well, when you get off to a slow start, you would think that, well, when are you going to bunt then? And he hasn't done it. And he hasn't been feeling well. You got to give him some slack on that as well, because he's had a respiratory illness and he's been coughing, and he had a shot of prednisone and it has not really helped. And he's, you know, it's been a week like this where after the shot they thought it was going to be gone in 5 days. So he just doesn't feel as strong as he should. So a lot of things conspiring against Mark.
See, but there are situations that present themselves, and that was one of them.
Count 0-2 on the change.
Well, Hamill's showing no ill effect from that knee problem that he had. Usually when your push off leg is bothering you, your fastball elevates. You have trouble pushing off the mound, forcing the ball down in the strike zone. Swisher, like many of the Yankees, enjoys hitting in Baltimore.
Two. Third strikeout for Hamill. Hitting the road, take the Yankees with you this season. Subscribe to MLB.tv today to see every Yankees out-of-market game live online and on your favorite devices in HD quality. Visit Yankees.com to order and get more details. MLB.tv, baseball everywhere. A strike to Ibanez. Another strike.
Well placed fastball to the outside corner, both of them.
Just wanted to clarify something. The Yankees charity golf tournament, which is scheduled for tomorrow, has not been canceled. They are going to attempt to play. There have been some erroneous announcements that it was canceled, and the Yankees wanted us to tell you that if you are taking part in that golf tournament, it has not been canceled. They are going to play. That one is skied out to left. Avery is there, and a 1-2-3 inning for Jason Hamill. We go to the bottom of the second. Chris Davis is going to lead off against Ivan Nova. See ya! Alex Rodriguez, the youngest man ever to get to 600 home runs.
Fans, come out to Yankee Stadium on Sunday, May 20th for Yankee Stadium tradition. It's Bat Day. The first 10,000 guests, 14 and younger, will receive a Curtis Granderson replica bat, courtesy of Bank of America. The 2012 New York Yankees. Heroes remembered, legends born.
Dude, you don't understand. This is my dad's car. Look at the car. My dad's gonna kill me, dude.
The security of a 2012 IIHS top safety pick, the Volkswagen Passat. That's the power of German engineering.
During the Memorial Day event, lease the 2012 Passat for $209 a month.
Visit VWDealer.com today.
Play $1 Million Scratch, the new scratch-off game from the New York Lottery.
Yankees Baseball on Yes is brought to you in part by Honda. Visit your local Honda dealer right now for great deals. Only a Honda is a Honda. By Revel. Reserve your room now at revelresorts.com. And by the professionals at your Tri-State GMC dealer. Why just go when you can go pro?
That's the statue of Frank Robinson, which was unveiled last month. It's out in left center field beyond the flags, and each and every month the Orioles are scheduled to have one of their Hall of Famers, well, be there forever in the form of a statue.
Here's Chris Davis leading off the bottom of the second.
Now this month it was supposed to be Brooks Robinson. Brooks is in ill health, so they pushed that back to September. And then I believe it's Earl Weaver, Jim Palmer, Eddie Murray, Cal Ripken, and also Brooks Robinson in September. Month by month.
Starting to rain a little bit harder here in Baltimore.
Oh, we talked about Chris Davis pitching in Boston. Both teams actually ran out of pitchers, and this game went 17 innings. Davis pitched the 16th and the 17th. He pitched in college, and he volunteered. He said, yeah, I can do it. He had a bad day with the bat. He was the DH that day. He went 0 for 8 with 5 strikeouts and ended up the winning pitcher in that game.
Well, he just got a strikeout here for the first out.
But what a thrill that must have been. Winning pitcher, Chris Davis.
And I watched some of that game. He was pitching. He wasn't just out there throwing. He had an idea what he was doing.
It looked like he is more familiar with the mound than Darnell McDonald did, who was an outfielder who pitched for Boston in that game, and McDonald actually took the loss.
Count 1-0 on Johnson.
Well, Michael, since we've seen Nick Johnson, he's raised his batting average 174 points.
From 0.
He was 0 for 28 to start the season. But he's hit a couple of home runs recently.
Now, Kenny referenced the day that Chris Davis pitched in 17-inning game.
Yeah.
Since that day, Monday through Sunday, the Orioles made 22 roster moves. Mixing and matching, sending people down, putting people on the DLs, bringing people back up. 22 roster moves in a week.
That game affected not only the Orioles, but affected the Red Sox. It took a couple of days for them to get everything straightened out. Pitchers were overworked, as you might expect. And if I'm not mistaken, Darnell McDonald's on the disabled list now.
Yep, today.
Yeah.
3-2. Well, we've talked to people that have pitched, position players that have pitched, and Paul O'Neill hurt his arm for about a year. He pitched 2 innings in a game. In the first inning, he was throwing in the 90s, and then after that, you're not built for that. He just threw as hard as he could. The second inning, it wasn't the same, and he was not the same out in the outfield. This was with the Reds, not the Yankees. Nick Johnson works a walk. Now, you saw Chris Davis on the mound. Here's Darnell McDonald on the mound for the Red Sox.
That's Adam Jones. That was about a neck-high fastball that ended up over the Green Monster. That was the big shot, a 3-run home run. And eventually gave the Orioles the win in a sweep of that series against Boston.
Doesn't seem as if he has pretty good command today.
No, he can't get the fastball down. Everything has been, especially the pitches that have been hit hard. Now, we all know Nova's got a pretty good sinking fastball.
I don't know if you heard the story from yesterday, Sunday Night Baseball. It was Rangers against the Angels. Jared Weaver pitched and really got hit hard. And was leaving the mound. And in Texas, when a pitcher gets knocked out, they play the song "Hit the Road Jack."
Yeah.
And Jared Weaver was caught on camera singing it as he was walking to the dugout.
It's a catchy tune.
It is.
Yeah.
And he said, "I didn't pitch well. I should hit the road."
Well, up until that yesterday's game, he'd been pitching pretty well. In fact, they had a no-hitter earlier this year. No-hit the Twins in Anaheim.
That's amazing what's happened to the Angels. They're on the bottom of the West. Albert Pujols still not hitting. The 1-2. 2-2. Andino, a little bit of a slump, 2 for his last 18. But he's still hitting .283, so he'd gotten off to a nice start.
He's done a very good job defensively at second. Of course, we always point out the fact in the absence of Brian Roberts, who was out here earlier today working out. It's not official, but they say that he's getting closer to a rehab, minor league stint in rehab. And who knows when he'll be back. Orioles have waited a long time on their all-star second baseman recovering from concussion syndrome.
I hope he comes back.
Yeah, I do too. Been a long road.
Runner goes. Grounded to Cano. Makes the tag for one on the first double play. Beautiful double play. As Cano had the presence of mind and the dexterity to tag Nick Johnson sliding by and then making the throw for the inning-ending double play.
Superstars and rising stars go head-to-head in Toronto. Wednesday.
See ya! A home run! Oh, what a play by Laurie!
Brett Laurie and Edwin Encarnacion have gotten the Blue Jays off to a fast start. Now can Jeter and the Yanks slow them down? Complete coverage starts Wednesday at 6:30 with the Tri-State Ford pregame, only on Yes.
The wait is finally over. It's time for Hyundai to bring on the tent and get ready to bring on the attention with a sleek and stylish Sonata. The Sonata also brings 35 mpg highway to the lineup of America's most fuel-efficient car company. Plus, get Hyundai Assurance, including America's best warranty. And now you can bring on the Sonata for just 0% APR plus $500 bonus cash, or lease one for $199 a month. But hurry to your local dealer, because eventually we have to bring down the tent.
What's that?
That's the certified pre-owned BMW we talked about.
It looks new. Did you steal it?
What?
Okay, I figure we got 17 minutes to burn. We'll liquefy our assets, dye our hair in a truck stop bathroom. Then we'll cool our heels at a safe house in Mexico until Johnny Law takes a nap. Hey, do you understand?
Yeah.
Shut up. It's go time, Poppy!
Looks so new, you won't believe it's pre-owned either. Get great offers from BMW Financial Services at Tri-State BMW Centers.
It's time for the Toyota text poll. Tonight's question is, which currently underachieving team is most likely to make the postseason? Text us at 42951. Standard text messaging rates apply. The Angels, the Phillies, or the Red Sox? Chavez hammers one foul.
That's a tough one.
I would say the Phillies.
You think they have their...
Because, I mean, they've got reinforcements. So do the Red Sox, but you don't know when Crawford's coming back. You don't know when Ellsbury's coming back. At some point, Utley and Howard are coming back. And that's going to change the dynamic of the Philly team.
You don't see the Angels.
Lincoln scoreboard 2-0. I guess I do, but I don't think they're better than Texas.
Well,
So Texas the best team I've seen this year. There's a ground ball at second. One away. I think they're the most complete team. I can't see the Angels catching them.
You know what? I think I agree. I'll hang with the Phillies because they've got good pitching to begin with, even though they aren't scoring the way they should. Maybe Utley and Howard will come back blazing. Who knows?
Count 1-1.
Michael, we were talking before the game, and you were telling me that Russell Martin is working on his hitting mechanics, particularly his leg kick. He's trying to lessen it.
Fly ball left field. Avery is there for the second out.
But sometimes it takes a little while to kick in. You're not used to doing something when you're up there trying to hit, and you have a lot of things running through your mind, and it takes a while before it feels natural. Now, he had a decent swing on that one. Got jammed a little bit. The ball didn't carry. But it's almost like you got to walk before you start running.
Here's Jeter. Grounded back to the mound in the first inning. We're in the third. 2-0 Orioles.
You know, with Martin hitting in the 9 spot, not really hitting, I think it illustrates how much the Yankees miss Brett Gardner, because he was hitting in the 9 spot. And the Yankees are, to this point, in games in which they don't hit a home run, they're 0-7 this year. So Brett Gardner is the type of player, he can make things happen on the bases. He can hit the doubles and the triples, or turn doubles into triples on the bases, singles into doubles, steal bases, just put all kinds of pressure on the opposition at the bottom of the lineup. Then it turns it over for players like Jeter and Granderson and A-Rod and Cano, hitting the ball pretty well right now. And I think that makes the Yankee lineup more circular.
It's a big loss in so many ways, even defensively.
Exactly.
People don't realize how good he is in left field.
Exactly. And it shows you, it diversifies the Yankees offense. That's what I'm trying to say. Here's on Yesmo, Derek Jeter trying to check a swing. He does go around too far.
There's a base hit to center field.
And from what I understand, it's going to be a while before Gardner's back.
Joe Girardi said the other day 15 to 25 days.
Oh.
And Gardner, though, said, I am going to be back by June. And he said he doesn't think that this is a long-term injury, but even if he comes back by June, he would have missed a month and a half of the season. Ground ball to the shortstop. And they will get Granderson for the final out of the third. No runs a hit, no errors, and 1 man left. We go to the bottom of the third, the top of the order for the O's.
Need a new car? Now's the time to get amazing deals from Toyota, the full-line brand with the longest-lasting vehicles during Toyota's Save in May sales event. And right now, you can lease Sienna for just $279 a month, or lease Venza for just $239 a month. Plus, get $500 bonus cash when you lease Venza.
Toyota's Save in May sales event won't last long. So what are you waiting for?
Hurry in today.
At OD, we may be in shipping, but your business is our business. No matter what you ship, it's a promise to a customer, and we'll help you keep it with an on-time record and claims ratio that are among the industry's best. OD, helping the world keep promises.
All your life, you've been trading up. You exchanged the third-floor walk-up for the house you had your heart set on. So now that you're comfortably situated in life, let's talk about your car.
For a limited time during the Lincoln Exchange sales event, trade up to a Lincoln MKZ, ranked the most dependable car in its class 3 years running by J.D. Power Associates. Now lease a 2012 Lincoln MKZ for $319 a month, including a $1,000 exchange bonus. Only at your Lincoln dealer.
Verizon customers, you won't have to miss a game again now that you can watch live Yes Network Yankees games on your PCs or laptops with Verizon Fios. Get a full season of live Yankees games on the go for just $49.99. If you're a Verizon Fios TV customer with Fios Internet, go to yesnetwork.com to get more information and subscribe now. Another day, another milestone for Derek Jeter. He passes Robin Yount with that single in the third, or the top of the third. And so he stands alone, 16th place. Next up is Paul Wainer. He just keeps roaring past big names.
Paul Wainer had a brother Lloyd. And one was called Big Poison, the other was Little Poison. Now, I'm not sure which was which. Played for the Pittsburgh Pirates.
Lincoln scoreboard 2-0 O's, and the pitch to Avery is a strike. Xavier Avery had his first big league hit, a double in the first inning, came on to score. He's now 1 for 5. He was 0 for 4 in his first game yesterday.
Now he's got a big league batting average. He'll always have one. The truck has informed me, Bill Bolin, our producer, that Paul Wainer was big poison and Lloyd was little poison.
Good play there by Teixeira, and he beats Avery to the bag for the first out.
So when you played the Pirates, you pick your poison. Here's one hopper. Teixeira to his right will come up with it. He's going to have to hustle to first base because Avery can move. Turn around, hustle back for the bag, and Avery's now 1 for 6 in his big league career.
Here's J.J. Hardy, who drove in Avery with a single up the middle for the Orioles' first run.
When we saw Hardy, he was somewhat on the frigid side with the bat, but he's gotten hot. He's hitting over 400 his last 30 or so at bats.
High pop-up. Chavez for the second out.
You think of the ebb and flow of a baseball season, and particularly for hitters. I wonder how many of them can explain why they really get hot. And you always hear the same thing time and time again. Oh, I'm seeing the ball well. Things really slow down. You know, even the hardest throwers, it's like I'm getting a good look at the ball. And then when they cool off, I'm not seeing the ball. Yeah, it just, my mechanics are wrong.
And you wonder why.
Yeah, exactly. Why do those things happen?
Off of Nova, that hit him square as Markakis beat it out. Let's see if Nova's okay. He's walking somewhat gingerly.
You can hear that all the way up here.
Listen.
It's like he hit him on the right side of his right foot. Watch him on the follow through. Yep, right there on the right side of the right foot, and then the ball. Great effort by Russell Martin. Called safe by first base umpire Lance Barksdale. And they're going to have Nova try and push off the mound with their right foot and see if it affects his delivery.
He says he's okay. And Stevie Donahue and Joe Girardi are satisfied, although Donahue has a couple of words with Cedarstrom.
Here's a story about Bob Gibson being hit by a ground ball back to the middle. Actually broke his leg. He finished the inning. Roberto Clemente hit a rocket back, hit him in his shin, broke his leg. He finished the inning, and then went to the hospital.
All the stories here about Bob Gibson, he was pretty tough.
That's only part of it. He was mean too.
Well, you always hear the story. Bill White was his best friend when they were teammates on the Cardinals, and Bill White was traded to the Phillies and kind of dived across the plate and fouled the ball off. And the next pitch, he hit him right in the ribs. And Bill White's running down first. You're out of your mind. But, you know, once you put on another uniform.
You see Adam Jones at the plate. He drove in a run the first inning with a double. A lot of the talk here on talk shows, sports shows. And Michael, if you were in this town, you'd be talking about Adam Jones. When are they going to sign him? They're going to sign him to an extension of his contract. He's having his best year. Last year he was the most valuable Oriole. And so far there's been no indication. He says if they get to next year, he's not signing next year.
He's got a year left after this.
Yeah, exactly. So he wants to, and right now he's been one of their better players, and the Orioles are on top. A game over the Rays, 2.5 in front of the Yankees. It is tightly bunched in the East. You get a feeling it's going to be this way through the majority of the season. Nobody at this point seems to want to pull away.
Rays are in Toronto playing a 2-game set. Then the Yankees go to Toronto after this. And the Orioles head to Kansas City. One, two. Still 1-2. We're in the third. 2-0 Baltimore. Baltimore scored both runs in the first. Double by Avery, single by Hardy, and then a double by the man at the plate right now, Adam Jones. There was a 15-minute delay at the start of the game as the grounds crew prepared the field after a day-long rain. One, two.
And on those talk shows, Michael, most of the fans bring up the name Mike Mussina. You know, I let Mussina go, and not only does he leave, but he goes to a division rival in the Yankees and pitches well for them for several years. And they're feeling that, you know, Adam Jones, if he hits the mark and gets out there, I mean, he's been one of the better center fielders and really improving as a player. And what would you tell your fans if you let him go?
I don't know what you can tell him. Ground ball to Jeter. And that'll do it here in the third. 3 in the books, 2-0 Orioles. Coming up, 3-4-5 for the Yankees. A-Rod, Cano, and Tex.
1 year after you quit smoking, your risk of heart disease is cut in half. But right now, you're a heart attack waiting to happen. Every cigarette makes you sick. For help, call 311.
How would you like to lease a new 2012 Honda Accord or Civic, or any new 2012 Honda for absolutely nothing up front? Absolutely nothing. It's Hillside Honda's Absolutely Nothing Upfront sales event going on right now. That's right, nothing. Zero money down, zero first payment, zero security deposit. You can be driving a new Honda from Hillside Honda today. Hillside Honda's Absolutely Nothing sales event is for a limited time only, so don't delay. Go to hillsidehonda.com or call 877-241-1162 for complete details.
Hit it out of the ballpark. I'm Cindy with Lee's Toyota, and while some dealers can't get to first base, you can score a home run deal at Lee's. People come from near, far, and in between to shop our 3 big showrooms at one location. Amazing low prices, zero financing available, and great leases. If you missed coming to Lee's, you'll miss getting a lot for less. Family owned and operated for over 50 years. See what a great deal really is at Lee's Toyota.
You better believe it.
Before the miraculous returns, before the inspirational resumes, before the NFL season even begins, comes the deal you won't want to miss. Did he catch it? Yes, he did! This season, get NFL Sunday Ticket at the lowest price in almost a decade. Unbelievable! Watch every game every Sunday for less, only on DirecTV. Call 1-800-GET-SPORTS or visit directv.com/NFL to order now.
Time right now for the New York State Smokers Quit Line Quiz. In 1976, Ken Singleton was one of 3 Orioles with 70 or more RBIs. Can you name the other 2 players?
That was a bad year.
Well, the other 2.
Pick a good year, Bill.
Now, can you name the other two? Don't name them, though, but can you?
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
I didn't even know I had that many that year.
Alex singled in the first inning. He had just one hit, which was a single in his last 21 at-bats here since homering off Tommy Hunter on August 26th of last year. That's a foul ball. But he has 27 home runs at Camden Yards, and that's the most by a visiting player in the ballpark's history. Next on the list is Johnny Damon with 21.
It's a good hitting ballpark.
Remember, A-Rod came back from that hip surgery. First pitch that he saw, he hit for a home run.
Jeremy Guthrie,
who was traded for the guy on the mound, who is now 2 for 2 against. All coming together, Kenny.
Yep. Minds like steel traps.
So he went the other way twice to pick up 2 singles against Hamill.
Let's see how he does. Fights it off just a bit as he did back in the first inning. A lot of hits on the other side of the field. All you have to do is ask Derek Jeter. So A-Rod 2 for 2, 2 singles to right.
Strike to Cano.
Well, he's made some good pitches. Hamill has to the outside corner with his fastball to the left-handed hitters.
You got it, bro.
One. Cano struck out in the first.
It's interesting the way the Orioles infield is setting up in a double play situation. Usually the infielders, the middle infielder, shortstop, and a second baseman are pinched towards the bag. Now, actually, shortstop is Hardy, but Andino, not so much. He's playing back. So he's giving himself some room here with the Orioles up by a couple of runs to move laterally. Usually they pinch because they want to get to the bag quicker at second. Get the ball, get in and out, and turn to double play.
Well, if a ball is hit to the right of Hardy, I don't know how Andino would be able to get to second.
That's what I'm thinking. And still have enough time to throw to first to get Cano. That won't happen. They must, the scouting report says Cano's going to hit the ball at just about where Andino is now, because that's an unusual way of setting up in a double play situation. Now, Hamill struck Cano out on a good curveball down and in his first time up. Of course, as a hitter, you're supposed to remember things like that. Don't fall for the second time.
Grounded foul.
The Yankees have a very good record here at Camden Yards, the best winning percentage of any team. And it goes back to the days of this place open because what Don Mattingly walked in here and said,
oh yeah,
it's a good hitting ballpark. They've put up good numbers here with the bats.
It's amazing. This is the 20th year.
Yeah, 20 years.
Paul O'Neill also loved hitting here.
O'Neill's name is out there on Utah Street. When you hit a homer out on Utah Street, well beyond the right field scoreboard, just in front of the warehouse, they put a metal marker in the concrete to show not only the name of the player who hit it, but the distance that the ball was hit.
He also has a plaque at Boog's Barbecue for most sandwiches eaten. Here's the 2-2. And there's a base hit. Alex had to go down to get out of the way of that, so he can only advance to second. First and second and nobody out.
A plaque at Boogs?
There, Robinson Cano has a plaque there, August 22nd, 2008. Like little metal markers in the concrete.
I thought they had the distance on there too. I guess not. Look, there's Alex getting out of the way. That coming directly at him.
Here's Teixeira. They have the shift on, 3 infielders on the right side, but with runners on base, they don't have the second baseman on the outfield grass.
And also the third baseman Betemit is closer to third with a runner on second, because it would become a foot race if he was playing a shortstop position.
Grounded to Davis, he boots it, and they get the out at first, so the runners move up. He was thinking double play, didn't look the ball into his glove.
What they say in Little League, Michael, you got to catch it before you can throw it. And Davis, in his haste to make the play, doesn't come up with the first part of it. Knocks it down, flips to Hamill covering just in time to get to Teixeira at first. Yeah, he was turning, and the ball hadn't gotten to him yet. Just got to Teixeira at first base. Here it is in Yesmo, about half a step.
So runners on second and third. The infield is back for Nick Swisher with 1 out. We're in the 4th inning. It's 2-0 O's. Foul back.
You see the RBI column from Nick Swisher, 24. 22 of them as a left-handed hitter. That's interesting because last year he got off to a very slow start left-handed. Started to come on in the second half of the season. This year it's kind of been the other way around.
One thing that we have seen, and you saw those numbers there, Nick's on base percentage about .328, and you see him jumping on a lot of first pitches this year. He's not working the count as much as he had. Maybe he felt that that's how pitchers are getting him out. They were getting ahead of him by throwing him strikes early because they knew he would take pitches. There's the splits. He's 290 from the left side and then 233 from the right side. Now you can't look at the home runs because the at-bats, it's 49 more at-bats from the left side. A-Rod's at third, Canoa's at second. 1 man out. Swisher at the plate. Hamill deals. 95-mile-an-hour fastball high. 1-2.
Yankees' best scoring threat of the game, at least thus far.
First time they've had a base runner in scoring position. In fact, they have 2 right now. 1-2. That one's driven deep to right center field, giving chases Markakis. He can't get there. It's going to split the outfielders and go to the wall. That'll tie the game. It is a 2-run double for Swisher, and the game is knotted at 2.
Well, Swisher over the years has been another Yankee that loves a hit here at Camden Yards. I don't think he hit this one particularly well. Maybe a little off the end of the bat. He got a good swing on it and drives it just about equidistant between Jones and Markakis in center and right. And it's going to be deep enough to get both runners home. 1 hop off the wall. And the Yankees have tied it.
Here's Ibanez. Skied out to right in the 2nd inning. And the pitch outside, 1-0. So the Yankees get back the runs that the O's scored in the first, scoring 2 here in the fourth, but still batting with a runner on second, still 1 out. Two and 0. The 2-0. 2-1.
Yeah, I know he had a swing and a miss, but that's the type of swing you want to take with 2 balls and no strikes. You're thinking if it's in my wheelhouse, it's time to do some real damage. High fastball underneath it. This is Swisher's double.
Two and 2.
Ibanez, of course, a veteran hitter, and in this at bat, it looks as though Hamels trying to keep the ball away. With 2 strikes, this is where Ibanez is more apt to hit the ball the other way. Not on this particular pitch, though. That was supposed to be inside. They went to a slider.
Grounded to first. Davis is there for the second out as Swisher moves to third. That'll bring up Chavez.
Talking to him prior to the game in the Yankee clubhouse and welcome him back from the concussion syndrome. You have to sit out a week. Those are the rules in Major League Baseball. And it was kind of an unusual play. He was diving for a ball at Yankee Stadium, and it was more or less a whiplash. He didn't actually hit his head.
Right.
And I found out that Brian Roberts, that's one way he had gotten one of his concussions, through the whiplash syndrome, driving into the bag at first base, and his head snapped back.
Breaking ball strike. The count 0-2 on Chavez. There's Brian Roberts.
Hey, what is that? He's traveling with the team. He has to stand and watch the game every night.
Last time the Yankees were in Baltimore, right at the start of the season, second series, Kenny and I had an opportunity to walk out of the stadium with him. So he's so down and depressed about not being able to play. He loves playing. He's a good player. But the concussion symptoms just won't let him out there. Grounded to third. Bettamy across the diamond, and that'll do it. But the Yankees tie the score with runners on second and third and 1 out. Nick Swisher connects. Sends one into the gap in right center. That'll score 2. We go to the bottom of the 4th inning. It is a 2-2 game.
Up towards the stands.
Hey, Joe, can you talk?
Sure.
Your hair, amazing.
Thanks to Head & Shoulders for Men. 4 shampoos that give men game-winning scalp protection, great-looking hair, and confidence.
Head & Shoulders for Men.
Hi.
Very high.
Hi.
Very high.
Learning you have very high triglycerides, too much fat in the blood, isn't pleasant.
Hi.
Very high.
So think lower. Think Loveza. Loveza, along with diet, lowers very high triglycerides in adults, but has not been shown to prevent heart attacks or strokes. Loveza is a prescription medication that starts in the sea. It's made with a natural ingredient, omega-3 fish oil, that's then purified and concentrated. And Loveza is FDA approved. Loveza isn't right for everyone. Tell your doctor if you're allergic to fish, have other medical conditions, and about any medications you're taking, especially those that may increase risk of bleeding. Blood tests are needed before and during treatment. In some, LDL or bad cholesterol control may increase. Possible side effects include burping, upset stomach, and change in sense of taste.
Hello? Lower. Your triglycerides are going down.
Think you have very high triglycerides? Ask your doctor about Loveza.
So it's between this or the Honda Civic next door.
Okay, done. This one.
They say the Civic is the best-selling car in its class.
It's possible.
It also has this cool Econ button that helps maximize fuel efficiency.
Oh yeah, this car has a lot of buttons. Get a defrost button, radio button, cruise control button, window button, wiper button, trunk button, super button, buttons inside of buttons, buttons controlling other buttons.
We're just interested in the Econ button.
That's one button. This is a car with many buttons.
The Civic from Honda. 39 mpg highway and a way to help you make the most of it. Only a Honda is a Honda.
Time for the answer to the New York State Smokers Quitline quiz. In '76, Ken Singleton was one of 3 Orioles with 70 or more ribbies. Can you name the other 2 players, Kenny?
Reggie Jackson and Lee May, I believe.
Wow. And Reggie missed the first month, right?
Yeah, he did. And Lee May led the league in runs batted in that year with 109.
Well, we go to the bottom of the 4th inning. The Yankees have tied the game. Ivan Nova will face Matt Wieters, Wilson Betemit, and Chris Davis. Wieters struck out in the 1st inning, struck out looking. Oh.
Wieters is leading all major league catchers in home runs.
Hitting .500 against the Yankees this year in 7 games.
I was looking it up today to see what the Oriole club record for home runs by a catcher was set by Chris Hoyles back in 1993. He hit 29 home runs. I got a feeling that Wieters is going to do that maybe even this year.
It's so good for an organization that a high first-round draft pick actually pans out, because when they don't, you finish really, really badly the year before and you got nothing to show for it. And that's why the Tampa Bay Rays have been able to be good, because they did cash in on all those last-place finishes.
You know, we were talking about Adam Jones. Wieters is coming up too, and the fans are clamoring to sign both of them.
I guess what Peter Angelos might be thinking, Peter being the owner of the Orioles, you guys got to show me something. I mean, I could finish last with a low payroll. Why do I have to pay these guys millions of dollars? So maybe that's what he's waiting for. This could be the year.
Yeah.
But then when they start winning, the price only goes up. Here's Wilson Betemit. There's a base hit to left field. Ibanez will get the ball in. Stopping at second is Wieters. Base hit for Betemit. First and second, nobody out.
You know, years ago when Joe Torre was the manager, he always used to say to me that the starting pitcher energizes the team during the course of a game. When the starting pitcher is going well, the offense wants to really come through and get the job done. Well, the Orioles jumped out in front tonight, but the Yankees came back offensively, tied the game. So tonight's the offense's chance to energize the starting pitcher and make sure that Nova holds him right here at this point. But here you go in the inning after the Yankees score. He walks the first guy and then gives up a hit.
All right, Rothschild looked like he was on the phone. No one warming in the Yankee bullpen. Chris Davis struck out in the second inning. First and second, nobody out. 1-0.
Davis had his average up over 300, but he's taking a bit of a dive. He's 3 for his last 25. Good low ball hitter.
Count 1-1.
It's anywhere from the thighs to the knees. That's his power zone. If you throw him a good fastball, a little above the belt, you got to have something on it. He swings through it.
This should be 2. Jeter steps on the bag, fires to first, double play. Now Wieters will move to third.
Just what the doctor ordered for Nova. And Jeter perfectly placed, positioned, I should say. Go take it himself, one step and a throw, and there's 2 outs.
That'll bring up Nick Johnson. Strike. One and one.
Speaking of our quiz, Mike, I bet there's a lot of fans that didn't know Reggie played for the Orioles.
1 year.
1 year. Or 5 months of a year.
The Oakland A's knew he was going to be a free agent.
Yeah.
Knew they would not be able to afford him, so they traded him to Baltimore.
During spring training.
He held out.
Wanted more money.
And then he became a free agent.
Yeah. He wanted more money before he even came to the Orioles in the trade. And the thing about it, I remember the night the trade went down in spring training. We were playing a spring training game in Miami, and Don Baylor was with the Orioles. He was part of that deal going the other way to Oakland. And at the 3rd inning of the game, they took him out of the game, and I wasn't sure why. I didn't see him get injured or anything. And I walk up to the clubhouse during the game, and he was, remember, he came through the Orioles system. He'd been a lifelong Oriole. And I walked into the trainer's room, and he's sitting in the corner crying. And I thought, you know, something, maybe a member of his family was sick. And he said, no, I've been traded. And I said, oh, where are you going? I'm really going to miss you. He's a good teammate. And he said, I'm going to Oakland. And I said, who will we get? And he said, getting Reggie. I said, oh, really?
And you aren't going to miss him that much.
Yeah. I said, Reggie, wow.
(3-2). He could not hold up, so Nick Johnson strikes out. And Ivan Nova works out of trouble. No runs a hit, 1 man left. We're going to the 5th inning. Russell Martin, Derek Jeter, and Curtis Granderson coming up.
No matter what small business you're in, managing expenses seems to get in the way. Not anymore. Inc., the small business card from Chase, introduces John, an on-the-go expense app made exclusively for Inc. customers. Custom categorize your expenses anywhere. Save time and get back to what you love. The latest innovation only for Inc. customers. Learn more at chase.com/Inc.
A route map shows you where we go, but not how we get there. Because in this business, there are no straight lines, only the twists and turns of an unpredictable industry. So the 80,000 employees at Delta must anticipate the unexpected and never let the rules overrule common sense. This is how we tame the unwieldiness of air travel, until it's not just lines you see, it's the world.
More people are leaving BMW, Mercedes, and Lexus for Audi than ever before. For exceptional values on the Audi A4, visit your local dealer today.
Nancy Newman in our Yes Studios. Mariners, Red Sox, all Boston so far from Beantown. Bottom 4, Kelly Shopik launches it. Off Jason Vargas over the Green Monster. Solo blast, his first of the year. 5-zip Red Sox. Meanwhile, John Lester cruising. 3 Ks, allowing only 3 hits through 6. Back to Baltimore, Michael Kenny.
Thank you, Nancy. So the Orioles trying to climb out, or should I say the Red Sox trying to climb out of the basement of the American League East. Check out YesNetwork.com's new Game Connect, our new social networking app that lets Yankees fans interact with each other and the broadcast booth while watching the game. See what other fans are tweeting about and get up-to-the-minute scores and in-depth pitch-by-pitch stats, all at YesNetwork.com. Russell Martin takes a strike from Jason Hamill. The 0-1. Cederstrom says strike 2, 1-2. Martin, Jeter, and Granderson. Count 2-2. And the pitch. Upstairs, 3-2. Martin trying to work his way on. Veteran manager Buck Showalter has his team in first place in the East.
Buck recently picked up his 1,000th win as a major league manager. Did that at Yankee Stadium.
And Russell Martin works the leadoff walk. Well, the previous 254 games before Buck, 90 and 164, and under Showalter, just 4 games under 500. And the big difference, obviously, is the pitching. And Tom Verducci of Sports Illustrated on SI.com today wrote a very interesting story about Showalter. He said, if you look at all 4 managerial stops where Buck has been, you see that after he has a second spring training with the team, he starts to turn the program around. And this was his second spring training with the Orioles. Who knows if they'll contend, but people think they will be better than they have been. Jeter bunts foul. He's right in on him.
You know, one thing I think with the Baltimore team this year, Michael, I think you'll agree with me, they've got more versatility within the roster. You know, he's not locked into certain players. If somebody goes cold, or well, they've got replacements for people who are injured, go on the disabled list. I mean, they've had about 4 different third basemen this year. Third base has been a problem.
Jeter fouls one off.
The Orioles lead the league in errors, and third basemen have made 11 of them. They've got 34.
Now, there's certainly been a turnover on the roster since he took over, but a lot of the credit that Showalter gets when he turns a program around is how he tightens everything up. Little tiny things that somehow translate into victories. The way players present themselves, the way they carry themselves, the facilities. Baltimore chop to Andino. There's one on to first. It's a double play. Jeter hit into 2 double plays yesterday. And now here's his 3rd one in as many days.
Yeah, Russell Martin trying to avoid being tagged stops. And Andino sees that, flips quickly to Hardy, who then turns it over to Davis at first for the double play. Here it is on Yesmo. And you can see Russell Martin ducking out of the way as Hardy completes the double play.
Inside to Granderson. I was talking to Joe Girardi about this Orioles team. He said the big difference is their bullpen. He said with Jim Johnson closing and Pedro Strop, who they really like, they've got a significant threat in the bullpen. Where in the past you felt, get the starters out, you get into the bullpen, you're home free. He didn't say that. I said it.
Well, the fact is that the starters weren't doing the job, and the bullpen was overworked. And by the time they got to late July or August, those arms were kind of spent in the bullpen, and on a nightly basis they were giving up plenty of runs. Jim Johnson hasn't blown a save since last August.
Orioles have the best ERA in the American League out of the bullpen at 2.13, and of late they've struggled. And the Yankees have the third best at 2.70. Deep drive, right field. There it goes. See ya! A long home run by Curtis Granderson, and the Yankees take a 3-2 lead. Well, Granderson is either homered at Yankee Stadium or here. That's it.
That's his 12th home run of the year, 10 at Yankee Stadium and 2 here at Camden Yards. This one is driven. He knows it. That's what actually made Utah Street.
So he's going to get a little plaque.
Yeah, right? He should. Let's see if we see where this one lands. It's beyond the flag court and beyond the fence there and onto Utah Street. And about 1 or 2 hops off the warehouse. That warehouse has only been hit 1 time on the fly. And that was in batting practice by Ken Griffey Jr. before the All-Star game here. Oh, and there's a plaque on the warehouse. It is right here where Griffey Jr. hit the warehouse on the fly.
That's the 61st home run in 20 years to land on Utah Street. There's a ground ball to second. And Alex Rodriguez is out. But the Yankees are up. They score 1 run on the Granderson home run and nobody left. We're halfway through. And that ball is not nearly halfway deep. It's really deep.
This one by Mattingly. Oh, hang on to the roof. Goodbye, home run.
Swung on and line to left field. Down the line, it is gone. It's a walk-off by Mark Teixeira.
Fans, come out to Yankee Stadium on Monday, May 21st, when the Yankees take on the Royals. The first 18,000 guests in attendance will receive a set of New York Yankees Fathead Tradables, courtesy of Pepsi Max. The 2012 New York Yankees. Heroes remembered, legends born.
What's that great old saying about strangers? They're just friends you haven't met yet. Among life's millions of moments, some of the very best are made by Mohegan Sun. When it's your time to shine, come see us.
Guys, come here, come here. I'm calling my old dealership.
Hello, Tam Toyota.
Hi, yeah. Do you guys have any crossovers that offer better highway fuel economy than the Chevy Equinox?
Sorry, sir, we don't.
Oh, well, that's too bad.
Kyle, is that you? Still here, Kyle.
Visit ChevyOffers.com. Now, very well-qualified lessees can get a 2012 Chevy Equinox LS for around $199 per month. Fuel economy based on EPA estimates.
The News Watch never stops.
The Cross Bronx is backed up all the way
You can see the dramatic video at 1010wins.com.
This is 1010 Wins.
Sean Montone, 1010 Wins.
I'm Lee Harris.
I'm Judy DeAngelis.
All news, all the time.
Great win for the Yankees last night.
Exclusive AccuWeather forecast.
President Obama heads to the Hill
You
tonight.
give us 22 minutes, we'll give you the world.
Well, there's going to be soccer at the new Yankee Stadium for the first time ever. Chelsea of the English Premier League and Paris Saint-Germain of France League One will meet on Sunday, July 22nd at 7 p.m. Chelsea recently won England's FA Cup and are playing in the UEFA Champions League final later this month. Tickets are available. On May 16th, they go on sale at Yankees.com/soccer or at Ticketmaster.com. So the first soccer match at the new Yankee Stadium. Robert Andino will lead off. Takes pitch low, 1-0.
When Andino stepped in the box, he took a glance down at third baseman Eric Chavez to see exactly where he was playing, and when he looked down there, Chavez was staring right at him. Like he's telling him, don't think about bunting.
Now this is the 14th game of 15 that Buck Showalter said, ask me after these 15 games where the team is. Now before these games began, the Orioles were 14-8. And he knew he had a stretch coming up where he played the Yankees 5 times, the Red Sox 3, Texas 4, and Tampa Bay 3. Well, the only one that he didn't play well against was Texas, 1-3. Swept the Red Sox, 2-1 against Tampa Bay. And up to this point, he's 2-1 against the Yankees. So he's 8-5 in 13 games out of the 15. And let's say he splits these 2 games, Kenny, that makes him 9-6 and 23-14. That's better than he could have thought.
Yeah, he'd sign up for that for sure. I mean, you're talking about the elite teams in the American League that all of a sudden you look at parts of your schedule during when the schedule comes out, and you can see a block of games. Ooh, this is going to be tough. Or you say, well, we might be able to make some hay at this particular juncture.
Avery takes inside.
Chavez in on the grass. And Marlo Hale, remember Avery, this is his 2nd day in the big league, so he's really demonstrative with the signs. Third base coach.
Creeping in is Chavez. This is outside.
You know, you watch third base coaches give signs, and some coaches, when a sign is actually on, they go a little slower. And that's why there's players who just watch the third base coach during the course of the game just to see how he gives signs. And sometimes third base coach gives away what's happening.
Count 3-0.
Nova's having problems with home plate here.
And Cano's going to go talk to him.
Now, I wonder, not to say that it is happening, but getting hit in the foot with that hard ground ball off the bat of Nick Markakis, I wonder how that's going to manifest itself throughout the rest of this game.
Laid it right in there for a strike. Hammered down the right field line. It's a base hit. It's going to go into the corner. Playing it out there is Nick Swisher. Andino rounds third. He'll score easily. And heading to third with a stand-up triple is Avery. And the game is tied at 3.
Well, it was a hitter's count for sure, and now we're going to get a chance to see Avery's speed. Rips it into the corner. Andino runs pretty well, and he's going to score all the way from first. Swisher runs this down, had a little problem with it. Fastball, middle, down, rips it to the corner, and then the race was on. And Avery's going to win most races. Watch him turn second here. Didn't use the coach. Kind of looked for himself and said, I can make it.
Yankees play the infield back for Hardy. And the pitch outside, 1-0.
So Avery's got his first 2 hits in the major leagues, first double, first triple, first run batted in, and first run scored.
And Martin will go out and talk with Nova.
It's the second straight inning that Nova's started the inning by walking a hitter.
And the Yankees have picked him up twice.
Yeah.
But the Orioles keep battling back.
Well, he's opened the door the last 2 innings.
Yep, the leadoff walks. Missed outside, 2-0. No action yet in the Yankee bullpen. Now there will be, in all likelihood, as Larry Rothschild will go out and talk with Nova. Usually that's a signal for somebody to get up. Final game of this 2-game set is tomorrow. Tomorrow's starting pitchers brought to you by Verizon Fios. Welcome to America's fastest, most consistent, most reliable internet. Welcome to life on Fios. Sabathia against Chen. 8-0 combined. Both have very good records. Coverage begins at 6:30 p.m. on Yes. And the game time is 7 o'clock on My 9. So long talk by Rothschild, and during that talk, nobody got up in the Yankee pen.
Yeah, Nova's walked 3 batters tonight. That's usually he's a lot better with the control. But sometimes it can be as easy as the pitching coach saying, just focus on the glove.
Hardy 1 for 2 with an RBI single in the first inning. Avery leads off third. Now they're going to bring the infield in. So they changed their mind on a 2-0 pitch. And a strike. You wonder, is there rain in the forecast and they want to cut off a run? Not cutting off that run. That one's hit deep to left. See ya. 2-run home run for Hardy. And the Orioles now lead 5-3.
Well, Nova's fallen behind all 3 hitters in this inning, and it's cost him. Leadoff walk. Avery hit a 3-1 pitch. And Hardy jumps on a pitch when he's ahead on the count. Kind of a hanging slider. And that's really tagged. Here's the Coors Light cold hard blast. And that's cold.
And a strike to Markakis. So Nova has not been that sharp tonight. And now the Yankee bullpen making some noise. There's a line drive to Jeter for the first out. So a walk, a triple, and a home run. And it's Freddie Garcia getting up. So J.J. Hardy with 3 runs batted in tonight. Here's Jones. 0-1. Starting to rain a little bit harder. And it is an official game, and the Browns crew is poised out there and right. Now you see the umbrella starting to pop up. People putting on their rain ponchos. Or plastic bags. 1-1. Driven out to right field. But it slices foul. Strike 3. And there's 2 down.
Looked like a front door slider or curve that hit the inside corner. Jones gave up on it. So once again, the Yankee offense is going to have to pick up Ivan Nova.
Here's Matt Wieters. And a strike. One and one. Wieters struck out and walked. So to this point, a no contact evening. And the count now 1-2.
You know, when you look at Wieters, he's about 6'4", 6'5", and they always talk about the tall guys don't make good catchers. And I think back to Carlton Fisk every time somebody says that. He was about that height, now in the Hall of Fame. But the pitchers like throwing to Wieters. They say he gives a nice low target despite the fact that he's such a big man.
Joe Mauer's also a tall catcher.
Yes, he is.
The 2-2. Grounded up the middle. Grabbed by Cano. Off balance. Throw to first. Beautiful play by Cano to get Wieters for the final out. Well, 5 in the books make it official, and the Orioles have taken the lead. 3 runs, 2 hits, and nobody left on base. Beautiful play by Cano, and he's going to lead off the 6th inning with the Yankees down by 2.
Headed to Chili's with my friends. With my friends Randy and Phil.
Nothing brings friends together like Chili's Triple Dipper for dinner.
I've been manufacturing concrete paving stones for almost 30 years. Many homeowners continue to choose Cambridge with ArmorTech because of our experience and unique technology. And no other manufacturer has ArmorTech. That's what sets us apart. After all, you're making an investment. And don't be fooled by ArmorTech imitators or products that endorse having the color go through. Cambridge with ArmorTech. The proof is in the paver.
Cambridge paving stones with ArmorTech will always look like new.
Escape to a place where business lunches become leisurely brunches, where congestion turns into clarity and long lines become tan lines. Visit a place where relaxation is your only option and a dull moment never goes by. Save up to $600 with Bermuda's sizzling summer offer. Book by May 31st. Travel through October 31st. Visit gotobermuda.com for details.
When I was a young pup, I learned how to sniff out the pick of the pre-owned Lexus litter and how to be a woman or man's best friend when it came to finding the lowest prices. Now that I'm older, I look back on my pedigree and feel pride in the thousands of people who've lapped up the savings I've pointed them to. Like a dog with a bone, I won't stop until you find the model, year, and color you'll love or exchange it within 48 hours with our worry-free exchange policy. Don't get me wrong, working like a dog to hunt down the perfect pre-owned Lexus for you wasn't all hard work.
Time for another look at tonight's Toyota Text poll. The question was, which currently underachieving team is most likely to make the postseason? And here's how you voted at 42951. 60% think it's the Phillies, then the Angels, and then the Red Sox. Yankees down 5-3 as we go to the 6th inning, and here is a Robinson Cano. Boy, that was some play by Cano to end the 5th inning.
I don't think there's any second baseman. Maybe Pedroia, but even so, not as smoothly as Cano makes that play. Makes it look easy.
Rain coming down a little bit harder. Here's another look at that play.
Ranging far to his right, kind of throwing under his body.
And then just firing a strike.
Yeah,
too.
he's got unbelievable arm strength. And you see that when he's turning double plays with a lot of pressure on him. Just kind of flicks the ball over the first base with something on it.
Line drive, base hit. Down the left field line, that'll go to the corner. Avery plays it out there, and Cano has himself a double. He's 2 for 3.
That's why when you look at the defenses, there's no shifting when Cano's hitting. Everybody's kind of where they should be because he can hit the ball down the left field line as hard as he can hit it down the right field line or to either gap. And that's why year in and year out, he's, well, once again, he's over 307 now with that hit. It's his 12th double of the year.
Teixeira takes outside, 1-0. And the count 2-0 to the Yankee first baseman. Fouled straight back. First 6 starts of the season, Hamill had not allowed more than 2 runs. And he was the 3rd pitcher in franchise history dating back to 1901 to have done that. So that streak is now over. Count 2-2.
You saw that shot of the towel on the bat. That's Nick Swisher keeping the ammunition dry.
Count 3-2.
When you are in somewhat of a slump, you haven't been hitting, there's always it's almost like you want to get 5 hits in each and every at bat, and of course that's impossible. What I'm trying to say is you get a little too anxious. It's almost like you don't want to accept base on balls when they come your way, but you got to be patient at the plate.
And he was patient there, and he picks up a walk. Later tonight, don't miss WB Mason presents the Joe Girardi Show as the Yankee manager discusses Andy Pettit's return to the pinstripes. Plus, Joe analyzes this week's divisional battles with the Orioles and the Blue Jays. It's the Joe Girardi Show tonight after the postgame, and catch a new edition Sunday at 5 only on Yes.
It's Rick Adair, the pitching coach, and they're going to get some action in the Oriole bullpen. The Yankees have scored in the last 2 innings, and they have the first 2 men on here in the 6th. Remember, Hamill missed the start. Swollen right knee.
Luis Ayala getting ready. Swisher with a big 2-run double in the 4th inning. Count 1-0. Hamill deals. 2-0.
Yeah, he's starting to fall behind hitters as well. Nick Swisher, veteran hitter, has been driving it. He's driven in 2 runs tonight. Leads the Yankees in that category. should be able to square one up here if he likes it. Good pitch from Hamill. Went to an off-speed pitch for a strike.
The 2-1. Check swing. Did he go? No, said Adrian Johnson.
We get the benefit of another look, and he did hold up. Close. Once again, Nick well ahead on the count. Can really pick and choose right here. And once again, Hamill comes in with an off-speed pitch to pick up a strike, not giving in.
Missed to load the bases.
Well, we told you he'd been picking off that outside corner with his fastball to left-handed hitters, but this one didn't get to the corner.
And Showalter's seen enough. That's it.
He's thinking sinking fastball from Ayala to get a ground ball.
So it'll be Ayala against Ibanez. Bases loaded, nobody out. The Orioles leading 5-3 in the 6th.
With our best Infinity selection of the season, there's never been a better time to get into the luxury brand known for standing out. Visit your retailer now at the Infinity Limited Engagement Spring Event, featuring exceptional offers on all models. Lease an Infinity G Sedan for only $289 a month. Infinity, inspired performance.
So, Dolly's dad is a WB Mason driver. What makes your job special?
Well, we're not only helpful, we're fast. Really fast. That's why WB Mason can offer free same-day delivery.
What can we say about that, class? Wow!
No who. Who but WB Mason.
You installed new tires and brakes, right? Changed the oil, wipers, and checked the lights. It's nice to know that when it comes to the safety of my girls, I can always trust my boys. Hey, y'all be careful.
This week at Pep Boys, buy 2 installed tires, get an oil change free. Or buy 3, get the 4th tire free. Pep Boys has the lowest prices on tires and service guaranteed.
Pep Boys does everything for less.
Yankees Baseball on Yes is brought to you in part by your tri-state area Volkswagen dealers. Visit VWDealer.com. By J&R Music and Computer World. And by Blimpie, America's Sub Shop. Good weather to be a Duck here in Baltimore. Right now it's stormy weather for the Orioles. Bases loaded, and Buck Showalter makes the call to the bullpen, brought to you by AT&T. So Hamill out, Luis Ayala in, and he will face Ibanez.
Of course, Yankee fans remember Ayala last year pitching for the Yankees and had a pretty good year out of the bullpen. His ERA was just over 2 last year. This year, just over 1. Not really a strikeout type pitcher, more of a sinking type fastball, want ground balls when he's in the game.
Ibanez 0 for 2 with a fly ball to left and a ground ball to first. Cano at third, Teixeira at second, Swisher at first, and Ibanez at the plate. 1-0.
Starting with a slider. Wow.
Great numbers with the bases loaded. 344 with 9 grand slams. Two 2-0. No place to put Ibanez.
Once again, I've been talking about when you get ahead on counts, chance to pick what you want to hit. Don't chase it. Don't become too anxious.
That one gets away from Wieters, but the runners hold. 3-0.
I think you'd expect Ibanez to be taking here. Not nearly far away enough with nobody out, bases loaded.
Laid it right in there for a strike. 3-1. Chavez is on deck. Grounded to first and off the glove of Davis, and it trickles into right. Cano scores. Teixeira scores. Swisher moves to third, and the game is tied at 5.
Let's check out the pitch by pitch brought to you by Mazda. Raul Ibanez, great numbers with the bases loaded. Takes a pitch down low, ball 1, started with a slider. Fastball sinks out of the zone, ball 2. That one breaks off the glove, ball 3. Now this is right down to Broadway. Takes it for a strike. Another one right there, and he hits it on the ground, but Chris Davis cannot handle it. Remember, we told you the Orioles lead the league in errors, and this is another one. This is their 35th error. And when you're not making plays and handing out extra opportunities to a team with the offensive capability of the Yankees, you're going to get yourself in trouble.
Well, Hamill can't get the win. If that runner at third scores, he can get the loss. As Chavez swings and misses. That scored an E3, but Ibanez does get the run batted in because you cannot assume a double play.
He gets one of them.
Yes.
Yeah.
Popped up. That will not score a Swisher. Betemit puts it away for the first out. Big out for Ayala. Kenny mentioned at the start, that's when the one component that the Orioles are missing from the old formula. They have power. They've got pretty decent pitching, but the defense is not there.
And you're talking about over the years, they had the likes of Brooks Robinson, Mark Melanger, Bobby Bridge, Paul Blair, all multiple Gold Glove winners. Cal Ripken, Eddie Murray, also Gold Glovers.
The old fake to third, fake to first. Which as of next year will not be allowed.
Yeah, I thought I read that.
They say it deceives the runner. Every time you throw to first, you're trying to deceive the runner.
You think Jeff Nelson's going to lobby against that?
He actually texted me. He said, "What is this?" He said, "That's the only way I get my name mentioned on the broadcast."
It's a favorite move of Jeff.
Next time I see Jeff, I have to ask him if it ever worked for him. The 2-0. 3-0. One pitch away from reloading the bases.
Excuse me, Mike. Ayala's sinker is so good and it moves so much. It acts like a left-handed slider in on the hands of right-handed hitters. But right now he's having trouble controlling it, and he's missed 3 times in on the hands of Russell Martin. Got a little bit of a growth going there on the upper lip.
Three and one. And the bases are loaded again. Third walk of the inning by the Orioles. What a rally by the Yankees. Double. Walk, walk, error, walk. They'll take it.
It's usually the hit that drives in the runs. The hit got things started.
Here's Jeter. And a strike.
Buck's trying to get the attention, so he's bringing in Wilson Betemit at third and off the line.
Oh, 1 pitch. 0-2.
There's that sinker in on the hands of a right-handed hitter.
Game is tied at 5, top of the 6th. 2 runs in for the Yankees, 1 run out, or one man out with the bases loaded. Count 0-2 on Jeter. And the 0-2. 1-2.
Yeah, that sinker has the effect of coming in and down and in on the righties. That's it. He's trying to get a ground ball off the bat of Jeter. Jeter's trying to get him to elevate the pitch so he can drive it in the air.
2-2.
The deeper you go into counts, as we look at Derek Jeter, one grand slam came in interleague play against the Chicago Cubs. But good numbers with the bases loaded, 322.
He struck him out. 2 outs.
Here's that sinker, and you can see it dive right at the end, and Jeter's over the top and can't get to it. Looked like he might have chased the pitch out of the zone. It was low. Another look.
Here's Granderson, hit a home run onto Utah Street in the 5th inning. '61st home run that landed on that street in right field since the ballpark opened 20 years ago. The 0-1. 0-2.
Every pitch has movement on it for Ayala. He's been changing speeds on Granderson. First pitch 86, next pitch 90. Just missed. Whenever you face a single ball pitcher, you got to make him bring the ball up. If a pitch comes in, starts out at your knees, you can see the movement on that pitch. It's going to sink down out of the strike zone. If it's low, let it go. It's going to sink out of the zone.
One-two. High fly ball, right field. Markakis puts it away for the final out of the 6th. Not a bad job by Ayala, but the Yankees do tie the score. 2 runs, 1 hit, 1 error, and the bases are left loaded.
Blimpie has been a part of America's tradition for over 40 years. Our subs are made with fresh baked breads, quality meats and cheeses sliced to order. Taste the difference freshness makes. Blimpie, America's sub shop.
For all that's out there, Range Rover Sport. This is the age of knowing what you're made of. Why let erectile dysfunction get in your way? Talk to your doctor about Viagra. Ask if your heart is healthy enough for sex. Do not take Viagra if you take nitrates for chest pain. It may cause an unsafe drop in blood pressure. Side effects include headache, flushing, upset stomach, and abnormal vision. To avoid long-term injury, seek immediate medical help for an erection lasting more than 4 hours. Stop taking Viagra and call your doctor right away if you experience a sudden decrease or loss in vision or hearing. This is the age of taking action. Viagra. Talk to your doctor.
Tomorrow, before the first pitch of this battle with Baltimore, come to Yes for lineups and pitching matchups on the Tri-State Ford pregame. Then after the final out on My 9, come back to Yes for interactive postgame analysis with Tri-State Ford extra innings. It all starts tomorrow at 6:30, only on Yes.
See ya! Do not miss a Yankee Stadium tradition on Saturday, May 19th, when the Yankees take on the Reds. It's Cap Day. All guests in attendance will receive a Yankees cap, courtesy of Hess. For tickets, log on to Yankees.com. Visit the stadium ticket window, Yankees clubhouse shops, or you can call Ticketmaster at 877-469-9849. Well, guarding against the inclement weather, it's been raining for most of the day here. It started to intensify a bit in the bottom of the 5th inning. Now it looks like it's slowed up. And maybe we won't get any delays at all. Bottom of the 6th inning, it's a 5-5 game. Some hardy fans here on a rainy Monday night. 5-5. The 2 runs by the Yankees in the 6th, one of them was unearned because of the error. Betamit chops one back to Nova. 1 pitch, 1 out.
Wait a minute.
I don't know if that's the foot that he was hit on.
Wait a minute. Let's.
Or if he twisted on that. Well, obviously they're taking him off the field. Let's see, Kenny.
We'll take another look. Was there a misstep coming off the mound? There's the high chopper. You don't see anything right there. You don't really see anything out of the ordinary. Maybe but we talked about how that foot might be bothering. It looks like he's taking some ginger steps with that right foot. Yeah, he's bothered.
So the Yankees go to the bullpen. The reliever will have as much time as he needs. It's a 5-5 game. Come on back.
May have retired from the game, but not from being big. Good thing one car gives me full-size luxury and 36 miles per gallon, which is nice because I've got shoes that are bigger than most hybrids. And more stylish, too. If you don't know the luxurious yet fuel-efficient LaCrosse, you don't know Buick.
Now get 2 years of premium services on the EPA estimated 36 highway MPG LaCrosse for just $279 per month. Consider it a new lease on luxury.
Get to Subway for the new Smokehouse Barbecue Chicken, a smoking new $6 footlong special. Slow-cooked chicken and tangy sweet barbecue sauce on freshly baked bread. It's a barbecue-licious $6 footlong special. Come and get it. Subway, eat fresh.
Hot out of the oven, it's the Pizza Sub. Featured $5 footlong of May. Melty cheese, kickin' pepperoni, and our signature marinara sauce on freshly baked bread. This May only, it joins our many $5 footlongs. Subway, eat fresh.
The Chevy Cruze Echo also offers 42 MPG on the highway.
Actually, it's Cruze Eco, not Echo.
Just like either. Or either.
Or economical.
Or economical. Potato, potato, huh?
Actually, it's tomato, tomato.
Oh, that's right.
Now, very well-qualified lessees of a 1999 or newer non-GM vehicle can get a 2012 Chevy Cruze LS for around $139 per month. EPA estimated 36 miles per gallon highway.
Well, it's time for the game summary brought to you by your local Nissan dealer. It's a 5-5 game. One big error for the Orioles. Granderson, a long solo home run. Swisher, a 2-run double for the Yankees. Hardy has 3 ribbies on a home run. He also scored 2 runs and had a 2-run home run and an RBI single. So that's where we stand right now. Ivan Nova has to leave the game limping off. He had gotten hit on the right foot on a comebacker by Markakis earlier. And then he fields that one by Betamit and came up with a little bit of a hitch in his giddy-up, so they took him off. Clay Rapata comes on to face Chris Davis. And there's a strike.
Couple left-handed hitters scheduled for Baltimore. Nick Johnson's going to follow Davis. Rapata pitched for these Orioles last year.
So the count quickly 0-2 on Davis, who's 0 for 2 against Nova. A strikeout and a double play ground ball. way outside. Between innings, Kenny, I had texted Jeff Nelson to see how many, if he ever picked off anybody with the Jeff Nelson move. How many do you think?
It had to be early. early in the move. You know what I mean?
He said, according to him,
three. I'd say three.
I got about 5 guys on that one.
Wow. All right.
And Leiter has always told us it's not about picking people off. It's about keeping the runner at first close when you fake to third. But Nelson says he got 5. The 2-2 lined right at Teixeira. 2 outs.
You know, Jeff would probably tell you the first 5 times he tried it. And then it started getting around the league.
He just reached out. He said, out of 100.
Here's Teixeira picking somebody off, picking off the line drive off the bat of Chris Davis.
I think he's being very conservative. I think he did that 100 times a year. Here's Nick Johnson. And there's a strike to Johnson. We're in the bottom of the 6th inning, 5-5 game. First game of a 2-game set between the Yankees and the O's. 1-1. People forget, Kenny, maybe they don't, how effective that bullpen was. Jeff Nelson was lights out. Mike Stanton.
Yes.
I mean, just that combination. You threw in Ramiro Mendoza, ending up with Mariano Rivera.
El Brujo Mendoza.
A lot of championship rings because of that group. The 2-1.
Some part of the Yankee championship team, some era. These guys knew how to win.
Two. 3-2. Johnson walked and struck out so far tonight.
You can see that Rapata does not throw with all that much velocity. It's all about deception. And the way he hides the ball right when he, first of all, he's thrown behind his body. Watch the ball duck behind his back here.
And Johnson walks. And Joe Girardi is going to get a right-hander to face Andino. So Rapata gets Davis to line at Teixeira, but he walks Johnson. Runner on first, 2 outs in the 6th. David Phelps coming on.
So let me get this straight. You're telling me that this car is just as reliable as a Honda Accord next door?
Well, pretty much. It has a super long warranty.
That's not the same thing.
Sure it is. If anything breaks, you can rely on the warranty. So it's reliable.
So it's the warranty that's reliable, not necessarily the car.
Were you this tough on the Honda dealer? I feel like you weren't.
The Accord from Honda. Named most trusted brand in America by KBB.com. Only a Honda is a Honda.
Nobody does what Papa John's does.
You choose. For just $10, get a large pizza with your choice of any 2 toppings. That's Papa John's quality for just $10. Or for just $2 more, get any large pizza, even specialties. Plus, earn free pizza fast with Papa Rewards when you order at papajohns.com. Get a large pizza with your choice of any 2 toppings for just $10. Or for just $2 more, get any large pizza.
Better ingredients, better pizza, Papa John's.
We imagined a vehicle that could adapt to changing road conditions, one that continually monitors and corrects for wheel slip. We imagined a vehicle that could increase emergency braking power when you need it most. And we imagined it looking like nothing else on the road today. Then, we built it. The 2012 GLK, where bold engineering meets bold design. See your authorized Mercedes-Benz dealer for exceptional offers through Mercedes-Benz Financial Services.
Yankees use their 3rd pitcher of the inning, Ivan Nova. Got Wilson Betemit to hit a chopper to the first base side of the mound, and it came up lame. Had to take him out of the game. Then Clay Rapata came on, got Chris Davis to line out to first, walk Nick Johnson. Now they bring in David Phelps, who is back in the bullpen after starting. So he will face Robert Andino.
Well, before the game, there was a presentation by the Major League Players Association. Curtis Granderson was part of it. So was Adam Jones. This is to the Cool Kids campaign here in Maryland. CoolKidsCampaign.org for those of you who want to find out what it's all about. I'm a board member. There's Steve Rogers, who works for the Players Association, former Major League pitcher. I'm on the board. And what we do is we help kids and their families who are dealing with cancer issues. And such things as there's a learning center. You know, these kids have a tendency to fall behind in their studies when they're getting treated, and all kinds of programs for these kids. And it's nice to see the Players Association make a donation to the Cool Kids. Very nice.
Robert Andino takes low.
I've been on that board for a number of years now, and a lot of good things happen.
One and one. Count 1-2.
Yeah, one thing I've been impressed with Phelps is his ability to throw strikes. And he, you know, a lot of young pitchers, you see that deer in the headlights look. You don't see that with him. And he's just goes about his business, getting the job done, throwing strikes. Just missed.
Now Clay Rapata being helped off.
Wow.
That was moments ago. Wow. He's right. We'll find out. Hopefully by the end of the game what's going on.
It's a rough night for Yankee pitchers so far.
2-2. Still 2-2. Nick Johnson's at first, held there by Mark Teixeira. It's a 5-5 game, bottom of the 6th inning. Slow roller. That's going to be a base hit. Infield single for Andino.
Once that ball got by the mound, well, that's just perfectly placed by Andino. He has pretty good speed, too. Reaches out for a pitch that might have been off the plate. Tops it. Too far for Chavez and too slow for Jeter. And an infield single. It'll take a while before somebody shows up in the picture. There's Jeter.
Back to the top of the order, and Xavier Avery.
The Orioles have now used 5 different leadoff hitters this year. That's tied for the most in the major leagues. And the lad, we saw Nolan Reimold, and it looked like he was going to solve the problem because of Brian Roberts out of the order. But Reimold's on a DL with a bulging disc in his neck. And they're not sure when he's coming back.
One. 2-1. Andy Pettit started yesterday. Now in the dugout with CC Sabathia, who's going to start tomorrow. The 2-1. Sky to left field. Ibanez is there, and that'll do it. No runs a hit, no errors, and 2 men left on base. Let's take this baby to the 7th. Leading off, Alex Rodriguez. See ya! Alex Rodriguez, the youngest man ever to get to 600 home runs.
Fans, come out to Yankee Stadium on Saturday, May 19th for a Yankee Stadium tradition. It's Cap Day, when the Yankees take on the Reds. All guests in attendance will receive a Yankees cap, courtesy of Hess, the 2012 New York Yankees. Heroes remembered, legends born.
The world is filled with bold flavors. At Boar's Head, it's our mission to find them and bring them to the American deli. The spice markets of Mexico inspired our smoky chipotle chicken. The peppers of Brazil, these are beautiful, opened our eyes to a 3-pepper Colby Jack. And in Jamaica, the idea for jerk turkey was born. America, say hello to Boar's Head Bold. Discover bold flavor.
It's one thing to have created an icon, and quite another to have done it generation after generation. To the long line of legendary Mercedes-Benz SL Roadsters, we introduce our most breathtaking model ever, the 2013 SL, the very definition of the luxury roadster. Mercedes-Benz, the best or nothing.
Superstars and rising stars go head-to-head in Toronto. Wednesday.
See ya! A home run! Oh, what a play by Laurie!
Brett Laurie and Edwin Encarnacion have gotten the Blue Jays off to a fast start. Now can Jeter and the Yanks slow them down? Complete coverage starts Wednesday at 6:30 with the Tri-State Ford pregame, only on Yes.
We go to the 7th inning. And on the Cadillac scoreboard, it is 5-5. Orioles have 8 hits. The Yankees have 7. Orioles have 1 big error, which allowed a run to score for the Yankees. That tied the game. That was a tying run at 5. So it'll be A-Rod, Cano, and Teixeira. Between innings, Joe Girardi called A-Rod over to the dugout railing and spoke to him at length. Obviously, Joe knows Ayala very well. So does A-Rod. I don't know what the game plan would be, but there was a long discussion.
Force him to bring the ball up. And he didn't do it right there. When you start swinging the pitches down there, you're helping Ayala out. And this is what Michael was talking about. I don't know if that was what he said, but that'd be my game plan if I went to the plate. Make him bring the ball up in the zone.
Count 1-1. A-Rod, Cano, and Teixeira here in the 7th. And the 1-1. 1-2. Alex is 2 for 3 tonight. 2 singles, a run scored. Also grounded out to second. All 3 of his hits have come to the right side, the singles and the ground out.
You can see the effect of that sinking fastball hitting on top of it.
And the 1-2 pitch. That's a 3rd hit for Rodriguez, a single to left field.
And of all the pitches he swung at, that was the one that was the most elevated in the strike zone. All the others have been down here, and this one about belt high, and he gets the base hit. Make the sinker ballers bring the ball up. They don't throw. Very rarely see sinker ballers throwing 94, 95 miles an hour. Usually they're at tops around 90, 91. With the exception, what was it? Chen Ming Wong back in the day was throwing 95 mile an hour sinkers.
Well, here's Cano. 2 hits, 2 runs scored, single and a double. This is Alex's 3rd 3-hit game of the season. Count 1-0. Yankees just completed a homestand where they went 4-2, 2 out of 3 against both the Rays and the Mariners. And now a 4-game road trip, 2 here in Baltimore, 2 then in Toronto. High fly ball, shallow left. Avery makes the play for the first out. Here's Mark Teixeira. Mark 0 for 2 with a walk and a run scored.
Walk was the key one last inning. He actually scored a run.
Strike 1-1. Teixeira 5 hits in his last 33 at bats. Hitting now 220. Another strike. And the count 1-2.
Off speed at 84. Talk during spring training. Teixeira's going to start hitting the ball the opposite field a little bit more, left-handed, instead of trying to power it through the shift. Get 2 strikes. This is when you start cutting down your swing.
Now he has hit some fly balls to left field, and that's why the Orioles are playing him dead straight up in the outfield. But most teams don't think he can hit ground balls to the left side.
I can't remember the last time I saw one.
That one's drilled deep to right field. There it goes. See ya. A 2-run home run for Mark Teixeira, and the Yankees lead 7-5. Pulled that one.
Yeah, he did. And once again, Ayala, a sinker ball pitcher, got a pitch elevated in the zone. And Mark Teixeira, who grew up about a half hour away from him. Yep, that's belt high. A-Rod's hit was on a belt high pitch, and this one is, you know why they call it belt high? Because he ends up getting belted, and that's what happened with it. Teixeira's 5th home run of the season gives the Yankees a 2-run lead right into the flag court in right field.
Here's Nick Swisher with one man out.
So the two worst pitches that Ayala made this inning, one was a single and the other was a two-run homer. And it's all because he's not throwing 95, 94 miles an hour.
Dana Evelyn, the lone lefty in the bullpen. That's got to make Teixeira feel good. There he is coughing again. He has not been able to get rid of that cough for over a month. Just missed inside, 2-2. Seven-5, Yankees up. Right back to Ayala. Fields his position well for the second out.
Able to do so because he was in very good fielding position. Watch him square up after he delivers the pitch to home plate. Right there, just turns right back to it. See some pitchers, they've turned their whole body to the side and they're not capable of making all the plays that when pitches are, when ground balls are hit back to them.
Here's Ibanez. Raul is 0 for 3 with an RBI. His grounder that was misplayed by Chris Davis tied the score at 5. 23 ribbies for Ibanez.
On 24 hits.
Also a shift, and Hardy fields and gets Ibanez, and that'll do it. But the Yankees take the lead. And Mark Teixeira, who has been struggling so mightily, it's a big home run, a 2-run shot. And at the 7th inning stretch, Yankees up by 2.
Legendary. Leadership. During the Leadership Sales Drive, get a new Ford Fusion with up to 33 miles per gallon. Now lease a Fusion for an amazing $139 a month. Unbeatable quality, undeniable value.
Get to your Tri-State Ford dealer.
We're looking at a global extinction event.
What is that?
I want everything loaded.
Hit it! Mahalo.
I want every plane in the air, now!
Doesn't end like this.
Hey!
Not today.
Rated PG-13. 10 years after you quit smoking, your risk of dying from lung cancer is about half that of a smoker. But right now, you're one cigarette closer to cancer. Every cigarette makes you sick. For help, call 311.
Number 3,000 into the stands. Jeter makes history here today.
Leaders make history. During the Leadership Sales Drive, get a Ford Edge with 27 miles per gallon for an amazing $199 a month. Best mileage, most value.
Get to your Tri-State Ford dealer.
Nancy Newman in our Yes Studios with your Tri-State Ford update. Let's take you to the nation's capital. Padres Nationals bottom 3, Nats up 3-1, and 19-year-old phenom Bryce Harper goes yard right there. First career home run, solo blast, curtain call. He'll remember that for a lifetime. That made it 4-1. Washington now leads 6-5. Big night for the teenager, fellas.
Not too bad to be young and in control, that's for sure. And that's what David Phelps is right now. He's in control. And if the Yankees hold his lead, Kenny, he's going to get himself his first big league victory.
The first big league win. And he's still going to have something to say about that because he's still on the mound. Mark Teixeira with the big hit. There's young Mr. Phelps. On our Cadillac scoreboard, the Yankees leading 7-5. Going to the bottom of the 7th.
J.J. Hardy will lead it off. And a strike. Hardy's had some night. RBI single in the first, came around to score. Fouled out to third, and then a 2-run home run in the 5th.
You mentioned he's been heating up lately. I think when we saw him in New York, his average was under 200.
Deep drive, center field. Granderson back. He's still back. On the track. He makes the play. Oh, what a play by Granderson. The absolute deepest part of the ballpark. 410 feet away, and he hauled it in.
Well, Hardy gets into another. He's a good high ball hitter, and that was right around the letters. And Granderson takes a look, sprints, takes another look, and right up against the 410-foot sign in Yesmo. He hauls it in. Well, it took a while for that to come down. There's the reaction of David Phelps.
Here's Markakis. And there's a strike. We're in the bottom of the 7th inning, kind of a seesaw game. Orioles led 2-0 after 1. Yankees tied it up in the 4th, took the lead in the 5th, 3-2. Then the Orioles came back with 3 in the 5th inning to make it 5-3.
Take a look at Granderson. Drops his head, sprints. Still going back. Reaches out and hauls it in.
Yankees tied the game with 2 in the 6th, making it 5-5, and they've taken the lead 7-5 with 2 in the 7th. And the 1-2. Strike 3, Markakis down looking.
First strikeout for David Phelps, and a well-spotted fastball to that wasn't a fastball. Looked like an off-speed pitch to the corner, right to the glove for call strike 3. Markakis, all he can do is turn to head back to the dugout.
Here's Adam Jones. Jones an RBI double in the 1st. Wrapped into a 6-4 force in the 3rd. Struck out looking in the 5th.
So I was looking at the Baltimore lineup after Wieters, who's a switch hitter. Bename's a switch hitter, and you got some lefties. And I was figuring that the man up in the bullpen next should be Boone Logan. And sure enough, he's beginning to loosen up out there, get stretched, get ready. Just missed.
Knocked down by Cano, but he can't make a play. So a base hit for Jones.
Well, if Cano had come up with this cleanly, it would have been a very interesting play to see if he could throw out the speedy Adam Jones. He was on the outfield grass, knocks it down. Here it is, and yes, Mo could not get the ball to stay in the glove. That would have been interesting to see if he could have gotten it. Instead, it's going to be a 2-out single.
Here is Wieters. And a strike. One and one. Good lead for Jones. Good move by Phelps.
Very quick. Even though Jones didn't appear to like he was going, he still had to scramble to get back to first base. Good quick move by Phelps.
Base hit to right field by Wieters. Jones will stop at second. Successive singles with 2 outs. And that'll bring up Betamede, who certainly has power. It's starting to rain here again.
Betamede, of course, is switch hitter. 4 of his 5 home runs have come from left-hand side of the plate, and he's been a better hitter batting left-handed. Under 200 batting right-handed. And I think that Joe Girardi was just waiting for Boone Logan to take a few more warm-up tosses, and he wants to switch Betamede to the other side of the plate.
So Boone Logan's going to come in. We'll have that matchup, and we'll tell you what the news is on Ivan Nova when we get back.
Does the Suzuki Kizashi come with a special parking space maker? No, but it does come with available all-wheel drive plus 50 other awesome features. The Suzuki Kizashi, truly amazing.
No wonder my Bob's keeps growing. My springtime values just keep popping up. Food prices up, gas prices up, furniture prices at other stores up, but not at my Bob's. My Commander reclining sofa and love seat was $9.99 5 years ago.
And it still is. Both pieces with 4 wall hugger recliners.
I'm Bob. My Commander was, is, and if I have any say, always will be only $9.99.
Get yours and you'll be Bobbinized.
Juicy Johnsonville sausage, made with only premium cuts of pork since 1945. Johnsonville, sausage is all we do.
J&R, New York's largest and top-rated technology superstore for cameras, computers, audio products, movies, music, housewares, TVs, video games, and more. Visit J&R, giving you the real deal in electronics since 1971.
Does the Suzuki Kizashi come with a special parking space maker? No, But it does come with available all-wheel drive plus 50 other awesome features. The Suzuki Kizashi, truly amazing.
All right, so the word on Ivan Nova, he has a contusion and a sprain. The contusion's on the right foot on the comebacker by Markakis. The sprain is on the right ankle. X-rays were negative. That's what we know right now. We also know that Boone Logan has come on in relief.
On that ground ball that he made the play at first, did we see him turn his ankle?
I was looking, Kenny. I didn't notice it.
I didn't see it either. It must have happened before that. There's Boone Logan. Done a very good job out of the bullpen. Look at it, 21 strikeouts in 14 2/3 innings. Only 15 hits. It's the 6th inning with Nova left. This is his last play. And you can see that his right foot is bothering him as he comes off the mound. And I believe that's from the ball that was hit back at him by Markakis, who hit him pretty solidly.
But that had to be the ankle sprain, because at no other time did that has to be the sprain. Maybe, I don't know what if one led to the other, but we know that he was hit on the foot before, or they could be completely unrelated as well. Well, the fact that Betemeet's turning around to the right side with Logan on the mound, that's not unrelated. The switch hitter goes to the opposite side. Tying runs are on base. We're in the bottom of the 7th. Want to know. And we also get word on Clay Rapata. You saw he was helped out of the dugout. He just fell ill with a viral infection. Strike by Logan, 1-1.
When's the last time you pitched, Michael?
Beyond my memory. 1-1. 1-2.
Boone Logan is known for a good fastball around mid-90s and also a good hard slider. Goes to the off-speed stuff and has Betemeet out in front. Swing and a miss.
The 1-2. He struck him out. So Logan gets Betemeet to work out of trouble. No runs, 2 hits, no errors, 2 men left. We go to the 8th inning. Eric Chavez will lead off, and the Yankees lead by 2.
Up towards the stands.
Hey, Joe, can you talk?
Sure.
Your hair, amazing.
Thanks to Head & Shoulders for Men. 4 shampoos that give men game-winning scalp protection, great-looking hair, and confidence.
Head & Shoulders for Men.
In today's uncertain economy, are you struggling with credit card bills you can't afford, unpaid medical bills, or past due mortgage payments? To find out your options and to see if bankruptcy is the right solution for you, call 888-LAW-9600. Unlike debt settlement programs, bankruptcy can stop the harassing creditor calls, lawsuits, and foreclosure proceedings.
I'm David Pankin. For over 15 years, my firm has helped thousands of clients take control of their financial situation.
The law offices of David I. Pankin can help get you back on financial track while protecting your home, cars, and peace of mind.
And remember, bankruptcy is not the end. It's a new beginning.
Call 888-LAW-9600 for your free confidential consultation. That's 888-LAW-9600 or visit debtlawyer.com for more information.
Before the miraculous returns, before the inspirational resumes, before the NFL season even begins, comes the deal you won't want to miss.
Did he catch it? Yes, he did!
This season, get NFL Sunday Ticket at the lowest price in almost a decade.
Unbelievable!
Watch every game every Sunday for less, only on DirecTV. Call 1-800-GET-SPORTS or visit directv.com/NFL to order now.
Hey, everybody, you can vote along with us for tonight's Chevy Player of the Game. Text your vote to 42951 or vote online at yesnetwork.com. Tonight's candidates are number 1, Nick Swisher, number 2, Curtis Granderson, number 3, J.J. Hardy, and number 4, Mark Teixeira. Vote now. Make your voice heard. Standard text messaging rates apply. New pitcher for the Orioles, it's Dana Evelyn, their lone left-hander, and they bring him in with Chavez coming up.
Evelyn made a start the other night, Friday night against Tampa Bay. And now has been switched to the bullpen. Got a no decision on Friday.
And I keep leaving out Troy Patton.
Yeah.
That's why there was one lefty and he became a starter. Evelyn did it. Now he's in there, so it's 2. I apologize.
Patton's been used, I think, about 2 or 3 days in a row. That's why he's not coming in.
Hyundai scoreboard, Yankees up by 2. Rain coming down a little bit harder as we enter the 8th.
In fact, Patton pitched 3 innings yesterday.
That'll do it. The 0-2. Looped into left center field. That is a base hit for Chavez.
Just right off the end of the bat, floated it out there in between the shortstop, the left fielder, and the center fielder. It's raining now. It's like the way it was an hour before the game. A little chilly too.
It's almost as if they've committed to play through this. And a strike. As we mentioned, there's rain in the forecast tomorrow, and both teams have to fly after the game. They certainly don't want a lengthy game tomorrow, one fraught with rain delays. And a strike. Count 0-2 on Martin. Missed outside.
Well, while Russell Martin is 0 for 1 tonight, he has walked a couple of times, and in each of the innings that he drew a walk, the Yankees scored. And my whole point being is you make pitchers work that much harder. Walks actually fuel run-scoring innings because they force the pitchers to throw more strikes, and usually fatter pitchers as well.
That must have clipped Martin on the way by, so he's going to take first. First and second. Nobody out. Showalter's going to come out and talk with Cedarstrom.
Yeah, it looked like the ball changed direction. Maybe Buck's feeling he didn't try and get out of the way.
And they're going to ask the second base umpire, Fieldon Culbreth.
They want to look at the ball to see if it hit him. He's had enough chance to clean it up. To me, it looked like it hit him around the shin, and the ball changed direction. Looked like he hit him maybe on top of the foot and then came up into Weeder's glove. Another look. This might be the definitive angle here. I believe it hit him.
Here's Jeter. Will Jeter be bunting?
The Orioles think so. So do I. The optimum bunt for Derek Jeter would be to make Betemit, the third baseman, field it and then throw on the first for the out.
Also, it's tough to field a bunt. The field is wet. You pick up the baseball, it's going to be wet. There's a good chance you could throw it away. Not bunting.
Left-handed hitter on deck. Maybe give Jeter a chance to swing away. He's been very efficient against left-handed pitching this year.
.535 hitter against lefties. 23 for 43. Grounded to Betemit. Goes the second one on to first. Double play. Never thought they'd turn that. But a 5-4-3, a good pivot by Andino. Moving to third is Chavez.
At first, I thought there might have been only one play, but instead, Betemit gets a nice relay to second to Andino, who turns it over to Davis at first. I thought this was going to have the effect of a sacrifice bunt, and Andino gets off a strong throw. I thought he was safe on the replay here. Yeah, he is in there. He beat it.
Yep, he is. Lance Barksdale did not get the call right at first. Here's Granderson. One and 0. No one argued. Showing bunt there. Count 2-0. Wave through. 2-1. Scoreboard says 1-1, but it is 2-1. Sometimes the players look at the scoreboard, they think that's the scoreboard, and that's the count. And the pitch. Now it's 3-1.
Well, there's nobody warming up in the Baltimore bullpen, so if Evelyn does not get Granderson, he's going to face Alex Rodriguez. Yeah, now Granderson wants to know what the count is. And now so does Joe Girardi.
Now they have it right. And he walked him. And that'll bring up Alex Rodriguez as the rain continues to fall.
Well, Alex has had a very good night with 3 hits. He could make it an excellent night with 4.
Oh, 1. 7-5. Yankees lead the O's. We're in the top of the 8th inning. count 0-2. You might hear some sounds in the background, and that's the rain falling on our crowd mic. Sounds like popcorn.
Even staying with the breaking ball. He's got a good one.
And the 1-2. Grounded foul. Chavez had a low bridge, get out of the way. That's why you take leads in foul territory. So if the ball hits you, it's not an out. It hurts, but it's not an out.
It's an ouch. Finally tried to sneak a fastball by Alex, and he was late. Still up there, though.
One-two, fouled away.
Alex putting on a representative at bat. Corey Wade's throwing in the Yankee pen. You know, in the absence of Mariano Rivera, it should be very interesting to see how Joe Girardi mixes and matches going down towards the end of ball games.
A 1-2 pitch. Grounded to short. Hardy over to Randino, and that will do it. No runs, a hit, no errors, and 2 men left on base. We go to the bottom of the 8th. Davis leads off.
An airline has planes and people. And the planes can seem the same, so it comes down to the people. Because bad weather, the price of oil, those are every airline's reality. And solutions won't come from 500 tons of metal and a paint job. They'll come from people. Delta people, who made us one of the biggest airlines in the world and then decided that that wasn't enough.
We could tell you this is the best truck we've ever built, but we'd rather you come in and decide for yourself. Because with a powerful and efficient, available 390 horsepower Hemi V8 engine and better light-duty crew cab residual value than Ford or Chevy, choosing a Ram 1500 is, well, an easy decision. Get a low-mileage lease on Ram 1500 Express Quad Cab for $259 a month for well-qualified lessees of competitive vehicles.
The Cadillac CTS Sport Sedan was designed with near-perfect weight balance from front to back. And back to front. For exceptional control from left to right and right to left. We don't just make luxury cars. We make Cadillacs.
Now lease a 2012 CTS Sports Sedan for $319 a month. Visit CadillacTristate.com for this attractive offer.
Buy right with WB Mason and get the brand you want at prices you'll love. Like Boise Fireworks paper with 29 vibrant colors. Get your documents noticed with fireworks from who but WB Mason.
You got to stay right here after the last out for the WB Mason postgame. Nancy Newman has a complete breakdown of tonight's matchup and highlights from around baseball. Plus, Meredith Marakovitz talks to the team in the clubhouse. You can hear Joe Girardi's manager's report. It's a must-watch. It's the WB Mason postgame, and it's only on Yes. Little birds in the rain. As we go to the bottom of the 8th inning, 7-5 Yankees lead. As Boone Logan, who came on to get the final out of the 7th inning, still in there with 2 lefties coming up, Davis and Johnson. Hyundai scoreboard at 7-5. Now the Orioles do have a couple of righties on the bench. Steve Tollison and Bill Hall, the Yankee spring training player who didn't want to accept an assignment to AAA and is up here with the O's, and the backup catcher Luis Esposito. Those are the 3 righties. But he's going to stay with Davis and Johnson.
It might depend on Johnson's at bat. Might depend on what Davis does. If Davis gets on, then you might see Bill Hall.
And the thing about Logan that makes him such a valuable pitcher, he's pretty good against righties too. He's not a lefty specialist per se.
That's why I believe, Michael, you're going to see him in latter stages of ball games like you are tonight.
He's already picked up 1 save in one of the games against Seattle. So since Mariano went down, Robertson's had a save, Soriano's had a save, and Logan's had a save.
Yeah, it's going to be a group effort, closing out ball games and mixing and matching. And I believe that's why Clay Rapado is going to be very important to the Yankees, as that second left-hander. You can use him in the earlier stages of the game where Boone Logan had been used in the past when there was only 1 lefty.
Hammered foul. Davis 0 for 3 today. Or tonight. One, 2. He's now 0 for 4 with that strikeout.
So Logan's faced 2 batters and struck them both out.
Nick Johnson has walked twice, sandwiched around a strikeout, so he's 0 for 1. One inside 2-1.
Nick Johnson the other night had a game-winning home run. He's hit a couple lately.
.93-mile-an-hour fastball for a strike. It's 2-2.
I've been impressed with Logan's breaking ball tonight. He's used it very well. The Wilson Betemit struck him out. Yeah, that home run by Johnson, the game winner, came on Friday night against Tampa Bay. And he hit another one yesterday in a loss.
The 2-2. 94 miles an hour, a little low, and the count now full. And the payoff. He struck him out on a breaking ball. Martin gets an angle, flips it to Teixeira, two-way. And that'll bring up Andino. And Girardi is going to take the ball from Logan and bring in the right-hander. Looks like it's going to be Corey Wade. Corey Wade against Robert Andino when we get back. Yankees holding on by 2.
With our best Infiniti selection of the season, there's never been a better time to get into the luxury brand known for standing out. Visit your retailer now at the Infiniti Limited Engagement Spring Event, featuring exceptional offers on all models. Lease an Infiniti G sedan for only $289 a month. Infiniti, inspired performance.
No matter what small business you're in, managing expenses seems to get in the way. Not anymore. Inc., the small business card from Chase, introduces Jot, an on-the-go expense app made exclusively for Inc. customers. Custom categorize your expenses anywhere. Save time and get back to what you love. The latest innovation only for Inc. customers. Learn more at chase.com/Inc.
He put on the pinstripes after being a lifelong Yankees fan. This Thursday on Yes, the Emmy-winning series Yankeeography chronicles the career of fan favorite David Wells, including his improbable perfect game in May of 1998. Don't miss the premiere of Chevy Presents Yankeeography, David Wells, Thursday at 11, only on Yes.
It's hard to believe that perfect game was 1998, that long ago.
Time's flying. Not for those Oriole fans, though, as Corey Wade comes in to try to get the final out of the 8th inning. And this is what Yankee games are going to be like as they mix and match, because it was formulaic before. The 7th inning was Soriano, no matter who was coming up. The 8th inning was Robertson, no matter who was coming up. The 9th inning was Mo, no matter who was coming up. Now Joe's going to look at the matchup sheets and go lefty-righty and things like that. And we'll see a lot of that as Soriano gets ready. Hammered foul. Boy, did he hit that. Just foul.
Well, certainly kudos to Boone Logan tonight. Faced 3 batters and struck them all out.
Oh, 2. The injury to Mo really increases the importance of Corey Wade. Pitching later, more high leverage innings. And he throws strikes. Like that. The last 4 Orioles have gone down on strikeouts. The last 5 outs have been strikeouts. We go to the 9th inning. Robinson Cano will lead off.
That right there reminds you why you fell in love with her in the first place and why you still feel the same. But your erectile dysfunction, that could be a question of blood flow. Cialis for daily use helps you be ready anytime the moment's right. You can be more confident in your ability to be ready. And the same Cialis is the only daily ED tablet approved to treat ED and symptoms of BPH, like needing to go frequently or urgently. Tell your doctor about all your medical conditions and medications and ask if your heart is healthy enough for sexual activity. Do not take Cialis if you take nitrates for chest pain, as this may cause an unsafe drop in blood pressure. Do not drink alcohol in excess with Cialis. Side effects may include headache, upset stomach, delayed backache, or muscle ache. To avoid long-term injury, seek immediate medical help for an erection lasting more than 4 hours. If you have any sudden decrease or loss in hearing or vision, or if you have any allergic reactions such as rash, hives, swelling of the lips, tongue, or throat, or difficulty breathing or swallowing, stop taking Cialis and get medical help right away. Ask your doctor about Cialis for daily use and a 30-tablet free trial.
Men, the shopping event of the year has arrived. Stop by the Izod shop and select Macy's for a chance to win the 2012 Honda Civic and an Izod shopping spree.
Fresh 102.7 with the best variety of the 90s, 2K, and the fresh music of today.
What doesn't kill you makes you stronger. Stand a little taller.
If you like variety, you'll love New York's Fresh 102.7.
Robinson Cano is going to lead off here in the 9th inning as the Yankees hold on to a 7-5 lead. Cano tonight 2 for 4, a single, a double, 2 runs scored. Dana Evelyn still in there.
Hey, they got shift on for Cano.
That's odd.
Well, here he is. Here's J.J. Hardy.
Now we've seen Cano go foul line to foul line.
Yeah, Teixeira's up next. These guys are a little early. Well, he's good enough to hit it right through shortstop.
Absolutely.
Look at, not that one.
It's a little odd, though, because they haven't done this earlier on him. Maybe they just think against the lefty.
Maybe just daring him to do it. How hard are you rooting for a ground ball to short right now?
Very, very hard.
Yeah, me too.
He goes to the left side, but in the air, and Avery is there for the first out. Here's Mark Teixeira with a big 2-run home run in the 7th inning. He's been struggling, and he hits that home run in the 7th, a 2-run shot, and that's the difference in the game right now. Broke a 5-5 tie. That was from the left side. Now he turns around to the right side.
Remember Evelyn when he was a starter with the Oakland A's. He'd been working at AAA this year, just recently called up.
Driven out to right field and deep. Going back, Markakis. He can't make the play. It's up against the wall. Teixeira will stop at second with a double, so he shows good power the other way, batting from the right side.
Didn't miss a home run by much. Let's see what the pitch is. Up, out over the plate. Good power the other way. And Markakis gets turned around a bit. The ball's off the facing of where the ground crew sits out there in right center field. Well, it did miss by about a foot. If it lands on top, that would have been a home run.
Here's Nick Swisher. Nick, a 2-run double in the 4th inning. That tied the game at 2 at that point. And Evelyn upstairs. And they're going to intentionally walk Swisher.
A couple left-handed batters scheduled for the Yankees with Ibanez, Chavez.
So there's ball 4. And that matches up the lefty against Ibanez.
Now, Joe Girardi could have countered with Andrew Jones, but he decides to go with Ibanez. Remember, Ibanez with Philadelphia was an everyday player. He played against lefties as well as righties. And basically throughout his career has been an everyday player. So he's faced lefties quite a bit.
Oh, couldn't get out of the way. You could hear that up here, and the bases are loaded. He almost hit Cano with a breaking ball with no bite. That time he plunks Ibanez, and Ibanez is being followed by Joe Girardi and Steve Donahue.
That was not a breaking ball. That was a fastball. Ooh, looked like right on the point of the elbow. And you see the reaction. Doesn't wear a guard on the elbow like a lot of players do, and then took the brunt of that. And that's going to load the bases. Man.
And Dwayne Wise is going to pinch run for Ibanez.
Get to the clubhouse and get some ice on that.
Trainers have been working tonight.
Oh, my goodness.
Contusion and the sprain to the right ankle of Nova. And then Clay Rapata had to leave the dugout with a viral infection. And now Ibanez gets plunked, so Dwayne Wise takes over. And here's Chavez. Bases loaded, 1 out. There's a strike.
The one hit for Chavez tonight came against Evelyn. Evelyn came in the ball game. Chavez was the first batter he faced.
Yankees 1 for 10 tonight with runners in scoring position. High fly ball. That's going to get a run in. Jones will make the catch. Tagging is Teixeira. He'll score with no throw. Moving to third is Swisher. A sac fly for Chavez, and the Yankees are up 8-5.
Situational hitting.
Here we go.
The hit batter moved the runner to third base, and Chavez got him in.
And with Russell Martin up, Buck Showalter is going to bring in a right-hander with runners on first and third, trying to hold it right here at 8-5. Stay where you are.
Dude, you don't understand. This is my dad's car. Look at the car. My dad's gonna kill me, dude.
The security of a 2012 IIHS top safety pick, the Volkswagen Passat. That's the power of German engineering.
During the Memorial Day event, lease the 2012 Passat for $209 a month. Visit VWDealer.com today.
A route map shows you where we go, but not how we get there. Because in this business, there are no straight lines, only the twists and turns of an unpredictable industry. So the 80,000 employees at Delta must anticipate the unexpected and never let the rules overrule common sense. This is how we tame the unwieldiness of air travel, until it's not just lines you see, it's the world.
Take a knee, team. The Chevy Malibu has been a Consumer's Digest Best Buy for 4 years in a row. Standard with OnStar and turn-by-turn navigation, this car offers 33 miles per gallon on the highway. What's he doing?
Good question.
Get up, Kyle.
You said take a knee.
That's what that means?
Well, technically.
Now, very well qualified lessees of a 1999 or newer non-GM vehicle can get a 2012 Malibu LS for around $159 per month. Fuel economy based on EPA estimates.
So Darren O'Day comes in, and he will face Russell Martin. Done a good job. This is his 16th game, 17 strikeouts in 17 innings, only 4 walks. So a whip under 1, opponents hitting 186 against him. Jason Hamill started, then Luis Ayala, Dana Evelyn, and now Darren O'Day. Everybody's a photographer now with camera phones.
I don't know if that's necessarily a good thing.
The old Jeff Nelson, a submarine Jeff Nelson.
He's back.
There's a strike. That must not be easy if you're a righty batter.
Yeah, that'll make you a switch hitter in a minute.
You never had to deal with that.
Nah, never.
Missed outside.
It's not about velocity, it's about the motion. And here it is in Yesmo. I'm going to break it down for you. Like falling out of a window.
And the count evens. I'll check that. It's 3-2 now. It's 3-1. So that's going to send the runner at first, Dwayne Wise. Runner at third will stay anchored. Strike 3. Martin down looking. But the Yankees get an insurance run on 1 hit, 2 men left. Bottom of the 9th, coming up, top of the Oriole order against Soriano.
The Cadillac CTS Sports Sedan was designed with near-perfect weight balance from front to back. And back to front. For exceptional control from left to right and right to left. We don't just make luxury cars. We make Cadillacs.
Now lease a 2012 CTS Sports Sedan for $319 a month. Visit CadillacTristate.com for this attractive offer.
20 minutes after you quit smoking, your blood pressure decreases. After 2 days, your chance of heart attack drops. And 1 year after you quit, your risk of heart disease is cut in half.